Congratulations. Hello
Hi!
and welcome. Welcome, guys. We didn't think we'd make it tonight, so I'm a little surprised to be here, to be honest. I didn't think this was going to work out. We had a lot of computer problems. I don't know what it is the last 2 days. It's been insane with computer. Brand new computer, month old, and just seems like I had more trouble the last 2 days than I have my last one of 3 years.
I think somebody has put their evil eye on our technical. Yeah.
James Dio type of thing.
So what happened with you today? What's happened with the computer and what you were dealing with?
Oh, I got something I haven't gotten in a long time. I got a virus. That's always fun. Guys, bear with me for a second.
Have you had any of those? Any troubles with that?
Yes. Anybody out there that's been computer or not computer viruses? I'll take either answer.
I think we all have been in this situation before and frantically trying to find the solutions.
Oh yeah, no, that's why I have nothing installed on my computer. I don't know if anything is going to work, but anyways, we'll give it a try and see.
So what did you do?
What did I do?
Yeah,
I cursed a lot.
That's true. That's true. I can attest to that.
I was going to say, I don't think I'll have to fight with Xenia much on that one. And finally, I had to do a full reinstall because even my backup wasn't working. Acroneus backup, so. I'm just trying to bring up the chat here for a second. And it's giving me, of course, you're not going to believe this. It's actually going to give me some trouble. This is a first. Oh, I know what I got to go set now. Can you just entertain the troops for a second?
Now, do you believe in superstitions, you guys there in the chat? Hello, by the way, on Monday. What about the superstitions on starting the Monday? Is it always on the left leg, so to say?
And here we go.
No, but truly, guys, do you believe in superstitions? Or if something starts to go wrong, it always comes in threes? Or start your Monday wrong, your week goes wrong? Or how does that work? Do you guys believe in that? Andrew says he doesn't, so that means that this week is gonna be fabulous. Well, guys, we are live. We're live, and this is YouTube Talks. That means that you can ask questions, answer questions. We can ask questions and answer questions about YouTube. No, it's not your usual YouTube Tuesday Tech Talk that we used to have. We are going to have it, but we're still on our vacation. We are so long on vacation, my God. And they're probably saying, on vacation? They've been streaming all the time. What are they talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
But for those of you that are new, I can tell you that we are a husband and wife team. We are from Montreal in Canada. And through the night, we are passionate about YouTube. Through the day, we're passionate about photo and video for business and families. And usually where we're on off vacation, we do interviews with YouTubers and creators like you. We have interviewed over 60 guests in an informal setting with amazing people in the chat. And we do Tuesday Tech Talk and shout out nights, which seem to be very popular in the crowd, extremely popular. And part of our shout out nights, we also review channels and get some tips on how to improve views, subscribers, watch time, and all that fun stuff that most of us is worried about when we are on YouTube. So this part is more tips, less shout outs.
You're doing good, hon. You're doing good.
But still some. So if you have a question about your channel, we can go on. Maybe we can go on and check it out and see what kind of suggestions you have. It's not going to be your regular shout out game, but we're gonna, if shout outs is more shout outs and less tech talk, this is gonna be more tech talk and less shout outs, but same theme in different proportions.
Yeah,
that's right. So what about guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? How about we go ahead and do that one thing that we all love to do at the beginning of our chats.
Yeah.
And do you guys know how it's called? For those of you that is coming here all the time, every time, and we do appreciate. Do you guys know how it's called? What are we doing at this point? Something connected with hashtag. Who is gonna guess? Let me open my documents here.
We're sorry, guys. We never had a chance to test any of this stuff. Literally, we just got on because otherwise we weren't going to make it. So I thank you for your patience for a few minutes till we get the...
That's right. Woot woot, that's selfies. That's right. That was a tongue twister about shoutouts. Yes, that's right. That's right. So this is time for selfies. And let me find my beautiful, beautiful... okay, here. Okay, and I'm gonna put it on so you can see, and then I'll explain you. So what we do today, for those of you that are new, you take a selfie of yourself, or even better, a selfie of you watching our live stream. You put it on social media, especially if it's on Twitter, and put the hashtag Blue Wrench Group. No, it's not a team. No, it's not a certain type of group. It's just a gimmick hashtag that started as us learning how to do selfie as part of our Tech Talk Tuesday.
That's right.
And it has beautifully grown into everybody showing their beautiful faces and sharing their pictures on Twitter and other social media. We will share screenshots of your beautiful faces on our live stream as well. So it is... Hush, hush, it is a great way of shouting out your channel too. There's more than one ways of how to do it, and this is one of them. But we definitely love seeing your beautiful faces, and it's also a great way for you guys to connect on Twitter and other social media. Say hi to each other, comment under each other pictures, see who is there in the chat, get to know their faces.
That's right.
And if you... click on a hashtag Blue Wrench Group, you can see all the amazing pictures through our live streams through the previous, half a year. That's right. So there you go. Once again, hashtag Blue Wrench Group. Take a selfie of you or you watching our stream, and we're going to be periodically looking at your pictures. So don't worry, you're not late. Post it up and we'll see it.
That's right.
Welcome to everybody who is new. Nudge Outdoors, just gonna throw a wrench at you.
Yes.
There you go.
And anybody new, if you can like what we're doing, if you can subscribe, that would be awesome. We'd love to connect with you. And please leave a message as well on one of the videos. Leave a comment so we can check you out too. If you can hit that like button, that also really helps us all. And thank you for your patience. This is not usually how we run it. We had anybody new here and didn't hear. We had a nice Trojan virus tonight and ended up having to reinstall everything. I don't even have Photoshop. I'm on a bare bones system. I just, thank God, had backed up today my OBS. Backup stuff, guys. Backup stuff, guys. Can't stress that enough.
And if you can, please smash that like button and share it out. And I'm going to post a link of our tweet as well.
Yep. Somebody's got a question right here. Sorry, I just wanted to... Stellar470. Hey, can you help me? I don't know how to add a background to live streams. Can you help? It depends what you're talking about. If it's Google Hangouts or if it's OBS. I was curious.
And hello, Joey. And I see lots of people are getting their fix of Puša Studios. Oh, we guys
so awesome.
Love that you are doing that you're telling us that. That's awesome. That
it really does mean a lot.
It does.
That it does. And we love having you guys. This is our way of getting a fix of you guys. And it's true, the nights that we don't go on actually feel really weird, to be honest.
That's true.
Because we miss yous. We're used to spending time with you guys. Our evenings are with you. We spend them with our children. And then it all belongs to you guys. And I wouldn't have it any other way. How are you finding it? Are you getting enough power through your headphones, hon?
Yeah, a little bit. I mostly hear you in the room than in my headphones. So it's kind of weird. But
okay, well, watch this. Now try.
Ooh, that's sexy.
Go. That's hot. Jeez.
Can you turn it on a little bit more?
Turn it up?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. There.
Can you say something?
Yes, I can. Welcome to Puša Studios.
Ooh. I know. Can you say something in French?
Bonjour.
Okay, without effects. My goodness. Now, can you say something in French?
Bonjour, comment ça va ce soir? C'est un gros groupe ici. C'est très fun et je pense que c'est une bonne chose à faire.
I love when he talks in French. Okay.
I'm going to do a roll call right now, guys. I haven't done one in a while. You guys have been so patient. Thank you so much. It really does suck when your computer crashes. You got to do a full reinstall and then try and do a live stream. But once again, you guys are awesome. With that said, we got you drone, Wood Pigeon Outdoors, Violet Bird. Hey, how's it going? It's been a while. Truth Convoy. Thanks for all the notes I was reading up onto it. Interesting stuff. Tina Davies, The Story of Dory, The Good Cell Life, Terrell Emerson, the original wrench, by the way, Steve OD313, Steph Opal, Stellar 470, PSPR Paranormal Pursuit, Priscilla Mayer, Paul's Asperger Vlogs, Officer Spencer Entertainment, Nudge Outdoors, Nomadic RV, Neon Spec, Mystic Angel Christina, My Wolf in OKC, MU Free Music for Your Videos, Mr. Moore, Molly Dolly, Mo Valley Boy, Refugee, Mike Thomas, Melissa Faith, My Recipe Corner, Marjorie Yemens, my sweet, how are you? Linzo's Life, Lehia. I hope I pronounced that properly. If I ever butcher it, guys, my deepest apologies. I'll try to see it in the chat and you can tell me phonetically how to pronounce it. Crip 6. I picked my butt. We can never get enough of that name. Idiot of the Day. I've been lovely. Deja. There's two names that I've put together before that one. Oh, God. Hubert Gunpowder. Hashman Hills. Gausia R. Home Cooking. Gemma Autism at its finest grace. Faithfully Darling TV. Eye Candy. Ajo. Down the Rabbit Hole. Denise Lovelady, Dennis and Claudine Panna, Carry On Jeff and John, C. Rod Dipping and Outdoors, Brian Hooper, Brother Dunn, Brian Unboxed, Brian Inspired, Blues Coins, Avria, Arizona Timeless Tourist, Anonymous Paranormal, All Around and Back Again, and 50 Tube. Welcome everybody. That's awesome. That's really awesome. There's so many. I got to watch because I want to say something nice about every person, but then I know I'm taking 10 minutes to get there. So I just want to say how awesome you all are. You're all superstars to us, whether you have 2 subs or you have 2 million. It's, guys, you're all superstars and people are just waiting to see how amazing you are. So please feel free to meet each other, talk to each other. We're also going to discuss things about YouTube. Thank you very much, Carry On, Jeff and John. I'm trying to get to more. I'm really trying to get to everybody, but please know how special you guys are, and it's not for lack of trying or not a lack of love for all that you do. Want to keep up? Alejandro Perez. And guys, as a side note, we always tell you, I would never lie to you guys, and I'm not trying to brag right now where we just went over 3,000 the other day. I would never sit here and lie to your face and say I can watch every video that comes out. I'll never lie. But with that said, I'll try my best. So does Xenia. We break them up. Mm-hmm. If we ever miss something, you have our Twitter, tweet us. If you don't have Twitter, you have Facebook. We have that too. Always under Puša Studios, and our links are in all of our descriptions. Send it to us. Don't be shy. We don't. It's one thing when somebody says, do it, or sub me, or get over here. That's hounding. When somebody says, hey, I put up this awesome video and I was wondering if you guys seen it yet, I don't take any offense to that whatsoever. It's my pleasure, and I appreciate you telling me so. Lots of love for all you guys. I see more people coming in here all the time. And I think we're going to have an awesome time. It's going to be really great. So mingle with each other. Just don't be pushy. Put your best foot forward. You see what happened last night with Cab 7. We all put our best foot forward. And everybody wins from it. Tenfold. So treat each other in a chat or as you comment on a video the same as you would if you met them on the street or at a business luncheon, or whatever day-to-day life scenario you can think of, and you will go far. be good to each other, and people will be good to you. And if they're not good to you, there's a billion other people here on YouTube that just can't wait to meet you.
On that note, I wanted to mention 2 things today that was excited my day. One of them was Michael Freyer and the hashtag BeRoll Smackdown that got launched today. 4 sets of 5 creators in each. Amazing creators doing their B-roll, and you can watch all of them.
We have the links on our page, right?
Yeah, we have the links on our page, featured on our homepage. The first playlist that you can see is right there, and also the link that I just posted in the chat is a direct link to the playlists of all the videos from B-roll Smackdown. Watch each of them. You can watch and vote. You can vote once in each video for one of the creators, and we are very excited. We're very excited. I loved all the submissions. Can't tell my favorites because it's so amazing to see such a different ways of creativity. The theme is trail this month. So amazing. So definitely go check that out. As I said, Michael Freyer's channel on our homepage featured, and also in the link right there. And also the other exciting part today was that Prankster Locke was celebrating his 1,000 viewers or subscribers. By the time he finally managed to do his video, he's almost at 1,500, but that's okay.
He's growing. He's doing well.
He's growing. Prankster Locke, for those of you who don't know, is a young man. He's only 16 years old, but he's a very humble, smart young man, and in the video you can truly see that. But if you want to see who am I sleeping with, you gotta go over and see his video on his 1,000 subscribers.
There you go, guys. There you go, guys.
Definitely, when you do, give him some love. Check the video out. It's in the chat as well. We had fun.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
It was a blast, I gotta say.
Yeah, so it was very exciting day today on YouTube. Lots of new content. Lots of people are releasing their videos on Mondays too, so there was lots of things to watch.
And you guys are doing awesome work. I'm seeing you guys posting some of the numbers you're at and stuff like that. Your growth is just unbelievable, and it's not just because of us, guys. We gave you a couple channels last night. Great channels. Keep making the rounds. Keep getting to know people. You guys are doing awesome. I just wanted to say that. We get sometimes in the channel shoutouts where you don't get a chance to just celebrate how awesome you guys are really doing. And I'm seeing like that Steve Miller photo last night. I just kept thinking about that this morning. There's so many talented people on here. And check out channels. Like really... who was it that gave the idea about the playlist? I'm trying to remember now.
Yeah, and I don't remember that, so I apologize. But somebody in the chat did mention that what they do is they add the channels that we're shouting out to their unlisted playlist. And then when they have time, they go back and they can watch the videos and leave the comment and actually get to know the content of the creators that we're shouting out and letting you see. So especially if you're on the cell phone, it's so much easier. And even if you're not on the cell phone, it's just, I think it's a great idea. I love that. That's what I actually do now when there are videos that I want to see, but I can't really make it right away. I just add them to the playlist and then I watch them after. So
there's a lot, and that's the whole thing, guys, about listening to each other and not like we always say our channel's like a co-op. And why we say that? Because we're not just, you guys aren't just picking up stuff from us. We're also picking up stuff from you guys as well. It's a two-way street. And we get some phenomenal ideas with you guys. We're always wanting to find out something that we didn't know. And I mean, if you ever see we missed something or you found something new you think we'd really be interested into, by all means, let us know right away. We'd love to hear from you. And don't, I know it's hard when you're a small channel, you first start out and you think, oh, well, I only got 50 subs or whatever and that. Well, you matter. Right from the get-go, the day you started getting subs, you matter. You're a part of this community, just like everybody else. You have great ideas. Sometimes you're the one that's going to bring the most original idea to the table. So never be shy to speak your mind or and never feel like you don't fit in the mix, because you truly do. So I just wanted to say that as well, because I'm always watching, and I've seen, I forget who it was not long ago. Somebody had 20 subs. 20, 30 in that range. And I mean, I seen this work, and they've been on for about 4 months. And I'm like, this is not possible. For this kind of work, there's no way that's possible. But it happens. They just got to get that right people to see them, and they're going to take off. My son, here, son. Okay. All right. I don't know what he's doing. He's just pacing back and forth with a cup of coffee, so... It's good to see once again you guys mingling. Like I say, please feel free if you have not checked out our channel yet, and you're new to here and you're just looking around. If you like what we're doing, we do channel shoutouts. We got interviews coming right around the corner. We had 60 guests last year, lots more to come. Please, if you like what we're doing, subscribe. Give us a chance. We'd love to show you more of what we do around here. Sorry, guys. Yeah.
Somebody said that we look very professional with our camera going in and out, and me hitting everything here. We definitely look very professional, so thank you. By the way, MU, who is our choice of season 2 music, is saying that our volume is a little low.
Our volume's a little low. Okay, I got the slider right up. Our gain is pretty high. We're going to need a second microphone. This was a test for a couple of days, and I'm going to order it probably tonight after the stream. We were worried because we're sitting so close that we might get feedback, but we're going to have to have them from each side. There's no way around it. So, but before you go and spend, a couple $100 or anything like that, it's better off to try the first one. And I know as we're talking, like I got to get right into it because of these mics. Now you can hear me fine.
Oh my goodness! Excuse me for those who have headphones on.
Yeah, if I want to talk, sat there and whacked the friggin' mic stand. Yes, so my bad.
By the way, here's a... Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. For those of you who want to hear success stories, PSPR Paranormal was 33 subscribers in April and is at 2,068 right now.
That's unbelievable.
That's amazing. So, it's less than 6 months. They gained 2,000 and some more subscribers. That's amazing. So if you are one of the channels that have smaller amount of subscribers, not small, but smaller, don't get discouraged. You can get it.
This is very true, guys. Us, ourselves, as you can see, we're at 3,080. We had 42 subscribers on February 22nd. Things can grow very fast here on YouTube sometimes. Guys, I'm just going to try the filters for a second, just see if we can...
Oh, you just can't take your hands off of it.
Yeah, that's right. I'm just going to see if this cuts out for me, because we had some chopping last night, so I'm going to just try one at a time here and see what I can bring back on. I'm assuming it's the noise gate that's giving me the most trouble. But the compressor is dropping down a lot too, so I don't know. Like I say, guys, I appreciate your patience with this. We were never set up for live streams when we started. We were literally using a Rode Mic Pro for my recording camera. And if you ever seen what was held on, do we have it here?
I don't know what you're looking for.
My microphone.
No.
No.
The dead cat is here.
No. Oh, God, not that. She's obsessed with that dead cat. No, you're not stretching that. No. Leave it alone. That sounds nice in the headphones. That she goes right in front of the mic for. Once again, my apologies to all with headphones on.
We need some kind of volume equalizer built in.
Once we get the next automatic mic in. Oh, it's going to be automatic. I'll be right by my fingers.
Mute. Gosh, I need to get somebody in the chat who can secretly give me some signs when you put me on mute. And yes, by the way, Stellar, I know. Thank you. You have been asking this question for 100 times. Thank you so much. Are we playing a game today? The question is. Today is more, less shout-outs, more tech tips.
Yes, we're going to kind of mix the two together a little bit. We've been pretty high-paced for the last couple of days, and there are more to come, don't worry. But we just thought we'd have a chance to kind of get to know you guys. There's a lot of new ones as well as tons of ones that we've known from before. It's a great mix, and I love it. But just to get a little bit more... a little more intimate with all of you, get to know you better. In 94, wow, nice.
Yeah, to hang out. Like, oh my goodness, no, I don't know how to talk anymore.
Well, that's why I had the headphones down some, but you couldn't hear anything. Now I can't hear anything. Just talk about from here maybe and see. Just keep an eye on your level.
Which is mine?
We're both on the same right now, so just watch for the yellow. Keep it up in the yellow.
When we do shout-outs, we do talk about how you and us all together should improve our YouTube channels. But usually it's very quick, right? Because we have like 5, 7, 10 at the most minutes for each channel. So today we can devote a little bit more time for some questions that you guys have.
Yeah.
And that's why kind of doing the same, but a little bit different. The proportions of the subject is a bit different.
Yep, and I mean, guys, still, you can mingle as much as you want in the crowd, have fun, get to know everybody. If you can hit that like button, that would be awesome. If you can tweet this out, that's spectacular. It is really appreciated.
Stellar just got 100 subs. Congratulations.
Excellent.
Congratulations. Hanging around with people helps a lot. And Steph Apple, I've seen you a while too. That sounded so cool, see? I hope you're feeling a bit better. I meant to message you today, and I'm sorry I got just swamped, and I will talk. I hope you feel better. And for those of you that are in the calm before the storm, as I can see, hope you're safe. No, the hurricane is going to be hitting East Coast in U.S. Tomorrow, Thursday, they were calling for.
Yes.
So hope you are safe. Take care of yourself and your loved ones, please.
Please do. And if something, we understand, I mean, your family, everything comes first. But if you're off for a bit because of the storm, when you come back, we don't check up on anybody. If you're gone for 2 weeks, you got family, whatever you decide to do, hang out another channel, whatever your decision, all the best to you. Nobody's here asking. But in those cases with the storm, if you can just let everybody know that you're all right and everything, that would be awesome. Because we do wonder about you guys.
Yeah, when a Polynesian vlogger, he had 2 appearances. He had a volcano eruption like 6 miles from him, and I was so worried. And he just kept typing. It's like, well, and then the other one was hurricane. He just had a couple of weeks ago, and he's like, oh well, yeah, it's really bad. Go in a basement. Stop typing. It was very nice of him. But yeah, we do get worried about you guys. Become like a family, so
definitely.
We definitely get worried when something like this is going on. We have a question.
Yep.
And I know we had another question there, so 3 questions we have. So this is.
Let's get to some questions. You guys have been waiting.
What are you guys' favorite sports team?
Favorite sports team? I'd say in the end it is the Toronto Maple Leafs hockey. I grew up in Montreal, and I get a lot of hate for it when I used to go to hockey games here. I always went pretty much for Toronto and Boston. But I'm wearing tonight. Let's see if it's just easier to do this. This is the national Latvian hockey team, where Xenia's from in Latvia. I don't wear it too often because I don't like wearing red so much, but I don't know tonight. I think it's because I found out I lost. If anybody was following today, I had to have a medical for my truck driving license in Quebec. You got to do it every 5 years, and they confirmed. The doctor confirmed I lost 32 pounds this summer.
Congratulations!
So I was pretty happy with that.
That's very good. Love it.
We need another camera too. We need 2 cameras.
Oh my goodness! Maybe you should move me to a different room or something.
I told you, Studio East, Studio West.
And then the other question was about the phones. The phone that we have in the thumbnail. Do we still have those in here in Canada?
Oh God, with those rotary ones, most kids wouldn't even know what they are anymore. I'm sure, like some places, I see. You're gonna find some grandmother somewhere that's had it for so many years. Maybe not exactly like it. Most likely the black ones, but yeah, I'd say so. There's got to be some floating around. Not too many though. They're not very practical this day and age.
Yeah, I remember the phone at Mom's, the last one, was a vintage rotary phone.
Where, at my mother's?
My mom's.
Oh, your mom's. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was rotary?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was brown. With it was a bit higher. It was a bit like a rectangular shape or more. But yeah, I remember that. We had it for like forever. That's cool, though.
I'm 44 years old, and I remember when I was younger, semi-private and party lines. And that's where, like, for instance, two neighbors shared the same line. So there was one, like, say, vring was for one neighbor and vring was for the other.
Not vroom?
And vroom, yes, we could. like on Family Guy, of course. Stewie with the wrong sounding European animal noises there. The cow says, shaoom.
Moo.
Mooshka.
Moo.
That's hot.
That's a sick cow.
That was hot. Yeah, that's a cow.
A sick cow.
That's a behind the barn scrape cow.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You see Huntsman Outdoors, by the way, who have shot up to the stars with his views,
Yes.
subscribers, and watch time. He said that we soon are going to have stage A, B, and C.
That's right.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Unless C means new edition, then no. It's just you and I. We each get our own stage.
No, exactly. What about the trim phone? Quite futuristic phone for the 1970s. Yes, exactly. Trim phone. I didn't know that's how it's called. Lots of mods. Yeah, if you're new to our channel, we have equality here everywhere. Everybody's policing themselves, respect each other, hang out, and you're gonna get support and sometimes friends for life.
I want to keep this because I want to show you after. Frozen Fury 09, welcome, my friend. This guy is one awesome guitar player. I heard him on Green Bay about 2 months ago, and I couldn't find him again because of the way he spells his name, channel name. It's awesome the way you do it, but it was hard for me to remember. And then he finally, we were talking, and he gave it. You are incredible, my friend. Just gave you your wrench. I cannot have you walk around here without it. And yeah, you are phenomenal. Like, sick. I don't know how to, I don't even know what other words to describe how amazing your guitar playing is. So awesome to see. I definitely want to talk to you at some point. Sorry, I just had to say that. I was really blown away.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that, so I was just letting you talk.
Thank you.
Fan talk.
yeah. Oh, no, definitely. I am a fan. I have no qualms about that one.
Em and the gang says that we're definitely preparing for Florence here, and really, we are prepared for the worst. Oh my God, I'm really. I hope it doesn't hit as hard as they say. It's gonna, I think sometimes they try to overreact on it, so just in case.
Yeah.
So people are more cautious, and I hope this is an instance of that. And the worst is that you have to wait, really, like to see till Thursday. Like, that's the wait time. I think it just gives the stress.
Well,
but I really think they do that on purpose.
I hope you'll heed the warnings and take it more seriously even than what they're making, because I just want you to be safe. So please be safe. That's all we ask.
That's right. Living together, do you find you become more alike as time go on?
Yes. I think it's more we become intertwined with each other's differences. We just know what each other one's going to do all the time, even though it's complete opposite of what we would do, I think, a lot more.
Yeah.
You know right away. It's not the way you would react, but you exactly know what's coming with me.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, we still have our differences. I mean, I think, we equal each other out in a way. Kind of that cheesy say, but the yin-yang way.
Yin-yang?
Yeah. But yeah, there are some things that I guess you get alike. It's just because, you see, I always hear like people are like, if there are two circles, okay, that live separately. Well, when they start to go out together and then live eventually together, those circles come closer and closer and closer, and then they stop somewhere here, okay? So in the middle where they overlap, this is what is becoming, each other's traits, so to say. That's what they share, because they get closer and closer and more like each other. But yet there's still those edges on both sides that are a part of their own that equals each other out.
There you go.
Yes, I think so.
I always say it's like a circle and a line kind of coming into each other.
Oh my goodness. Okay, kids in the studio. For example, Tuberzina said that she just uploaded the new video a couple hours ago.
No, hey there, Green Bay.
And Taylor asked, so if I wanted to do a shout-out stream with just background and music, what do I do? Download OBS.
Yep. OBS for that kind of stuff especially is just... I'm just a fanboy of it right now because I've been wanting to do this for months, and usually I'm the person that wants to jump into that stuff both feet. So I think I had a bit of like guilty conscience for not getting into it this early. But like, I'm so excited to keep playing with this. I don't know. It's just the possibilities. You've seen already we're adding now. We're starting off a little bit earlier. I'm playing our cinematic videos. We might have something new coming up in the works. But I was doing that right now because I want to remind people that we do cinematic videos. Because that's, you know, that was I love the live streams and I wouldn't trade it for anything. And I'm not going to get rid of it. It's only going to get bigger. But I'm just trying to find the time to get back into editing. Because that's my real passion. That's what got me into YouTube in the first place. Was the editing. It's, I'd say, probably my favorite thing to do in all of
he prefers more editing than taking videos, I must say. I'm more the other way around. I like taking photos. I edit obviously too, but I love the process of interaction with people, or if I'm in nature, like the whole, you know, the whole process of taking photos and things like that. Andrew likes the editing, telling the story you like. Yep. Because editing is telling the story.
If people ask us what would happen if we ever made it big on YouTube, I think the first thing was I would have somebody shooting video for me.
Yeah. Any suggestions? Anybody? Anybody out there?
Anybody out there?
By the way, Brother Don says that they miss cinematic videos, and so do I.
You said dodo. We do cinematics. What?
It's probably me.
I took my butt always keeps us on our edge of our seats.
Yeah, like Alejandro says, my favorite thing is storytelling. That's right. Yeah. But like, what do you have on comment on that?
Well, that's the thing about YouTube. That's what's so amazing. We finally get to be everything that you needed millions of dollars to do before. Yes, we don't have the budget for big sets and all those things, but the creative control we have and the right to still have our videos shown is absolutely phenomenal. You get to be the director, the producer, the cast, the voiceover, all the talent, all the behind the scenes, set producer as well. You do. Every time you get a shot ready, you're being a set producer. Every time you check the lighting for it, you're in total control of your destiny, and that's what I find is the most amazing part in YouTube. And the thing is, we do it kind of without even thinking about it. Weekend Warrior Outdoors would be my cameraman. Well, that's awesome. I love that. I actually might have a call for all you guys for a video very soon. I want to involve you all.
Brocknex is just talking about it.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he's just asked if you ever did that.
Thank you.
So
that's a good tie-in. You think
hold that idea because I know you're going to go in depth. Okay. There is just quick questions. Do we ever do fan meetups? Yes, we have met a YouTuber, Wood Pigeon Outdoors in the chat. Have met him live. If
I still got to get that video up.
If you come across us somewhere in Canada, Montreal, more than welcome.
Yep.
What kind of mic are you guys using? It sounds really good from Custom Cards.
Oh, thank you. We just bought it. It's the MXL 770. Yeah. Sorry, I had to think because we were caught between a couple of them at the time. That's the one we went with. We're buying a second one. I'm going to order it tonight after we're done. We need to. We wanted to try with one first. It's coming in good, but it'll be better that way because we'll have a mic coming in from each side for us. So. So what about Brockne's question? Okay. Here. Guys, I'm going to put up a video soon. I wanted to do this I think it was at 2000.
Yeah, and somewhere there.
Yeah, around. And it kind of came up.
Before summer started.
Well, let's call it for what it is. That I had to make a video that I had to talk about me getting pissed off instead. And then I got put to the side with summer and everything. But I appreciate you guys with all the blue wrenches. I love the feel in here that you guys have created for us. And I can never thank yous enough. And I'm getting ready probably to put it out this week. We've just passed 3,000. But I was thinking about doing a collaboration with all of you guys. Anybody who's interested, I will put out the details later this week. I'll make a video specifically about it. I want to make a new email account and everything so I have a decent amount of drive space. I would like to do a video where you guys talk, and maybe I'm going to make it like 15 or 30 seconds long each, with just some points about, I'll use that part, but I'm going to get you guys to shoot a bit longer, maybe 2 minutes, that I can piece together in about a 15-second roll, a bit of B footage, shot in the style of how you shoot in the area of your expertise. So if you're a model train channel, I'd love for you to shoot around your model trains. If you're a hiker, I'd like to see you on the trail. And just for a moment, about the 3000, and if there's anything you want to say, and plus what it's like, what it means to be part of the Blue Wrench community. Also, I would like to do it soon because I want to put together a new intro for Tube Life this season. And I'd like to have some parts maybe I can throw into that as well. So I'll do a video later, hopefully this week I'll have it out. And I'll explain it all. I'll have the email address where you can upload it to, and we'll put it on Google Drive. I don't want it too long because I got to edit this all out. And I'm going to ask you guys if you can shoot in a little bit of your B-roll as well. And we'll put it all together. And if you just do live streams, well, that's great. Shoot it from where you shoot. That's it's just, I want you guys in your natural element, because I want people to see your channel for what it is at that moment. So I think you can make a piece of steampunk art. Well,
please,
definitely. That's awesome. I would be honored, and then some. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it right now. Like I say, things just got put off the summer. We had a lot of things going on and stuff, but I definitely want to do that because I love what you guys have made this community out to be. So yeah, well, you'll just keep an eye out. You'll see it probably this week. So.
And thank you again for congratulations. Wouldn't be possible without you guys. So thank you so much. And everybody loves your idea, so I'm sure they're going to be excited to see more on details on that. Do we have a P.O. box where fans can write you? Well,
that's something we got to get, I think.
We have to get it, but if you message us, I'll give you our address.
Yeah.
We have been very, very honest and actually giving our personal address to people. So message us on Twitter and I'll give it to you.
But that's something we have to. I love you all dearly, but yeah, that's something we got to get as a P.O. box.
Don't send dead rats or anything.
No, but we do have kids, so we have to be a little careful.
Yes, that's true. But yeah, I mean, if I have known you in the chat before, I'll give it to you.
Speaking of kids, just hang on. I'm going to call my son, so I'm just muting the mic here for a sec so I don't deafen you. You can see me yell, though. I'll leave that on to entertain you. There we go.
Thanks, gotta have headphones right now. Brocknick said, I told you I'll do a handstand on a glacier for you. That would be amazing.
That would mean the world to me. It really does, guys. I want people to be able to see how amazing you are. I was gonna say please no music, and I really mean that, except for exceptions like Frozen Fury and that. If you would like to be a part of that, I'd love you to be. MU Music as well. Anybody who music is your genre, let's just, if you can just put up a short clip of you, like for instance soloing, but your own, something that you don't have uploaded on your own channel or not anybody else's. I'm sure you know this already. So.
Yeah, Polynesian is gonna mail himself in a box in a mail.
Well, we'll wait for that parcel.
Yeah, he already knows the address. So, and yeah, as I was saying, Melissa, message me on Twitter and I'll give you our address.
How did this shirt get so hot all of a sudden?
Well, it is hot. I don't know why you have it on today.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Check out Campfire Steve. Awesome job. I need 3 more subs. Broken Wolf. I like where you're going with it. And I seen you going through most of the chat. Just try to talk to people more. I notice that sometimes, and I'm not picking on you. Thank you, son. That sometimes when asking too much, people start to just kind of blow off, and I don't want that to happen to you because you're awesome. So.
Yeah. And Travel Odyssey, also be safe, please. Right in the path of hurricane. Please be safe. Let us know when it's passed that you are okay, please. And the rest of you guys that are in the path of hurricane as well. I just saved Guy's life today. Was their guardian angel. Oh, Rebby.
Yeah, just reading that.
That's amazing.
Sparky, je t'aime, Puša. Je t'aime toi aussi.
Oh, that's nice. Film Cuisine, hello. And Alejandro was asking about those Blue Wrench selfies. Can we see them?
Yes. I think it's about the time. Do you want to hit the link again and I'll at the same time bring them up? Alrighty. like I say, guys, thanks again for all your understanding with tonight, us trying to get this set up. You have no idea what it's like. We were, what, 20 minutes before we were going to set it up to go on for 7?
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's this whole, it's this restaurant where it pops up as a radio, and it just, yeah, it was fun. Not my first rodeo, but I don't like doing those things, so it was just easier at that point to start over, because I just reinstalled the other night, like, what, Saturday night or something.
Yeah.
So
Sunday.
Sunday, that's right.
Yeah, from Sunday to Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Panic D, hello.
Oh my god. Jeez, that wasn't good. God, at least it was started out. Oh my God almighty. I'm going to go back for a second. This is how, now you can see how, jeez. This is what I mean about with just a fresh install. Let's see here. You just keep chatting until I...
And Green Bay says he is going to get those details for video clips.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to that. I really would hope the cheese hat is involved somewhere in there.
Oh, I hope so. I was so happy about those the selfie that you did with cheese hats on our heads.
Yes.
I just loved it so much.
I'm in love with the cheese hat. I just think that's so iconic.
It's just so cool.
We were talking in the Canadian, the CFL Football League in Saskatchewan. They have this thing where they actually do the watermelons, and it's, of course, the prairies. Yes. And these truckloads of watermelons come in every time these guys play. And they sell like 20,000 of them, cut them out and put them on top of their heads for 2 hours.
It's crazy. You can't get watermelons in Saskatchewan during the game season. And they just sit there with those watermelons on their heads.
Yep. It's bizarre.
Yeah. You would think, why watermelons? It's not like it's native to Canadian soil or anything, but
I don't know.
It's watermelons nevertheless.
They like green, so is this showing up okay? Oh, I'm going to move it over. Here, we're just going to go back to the small one for now, because I get to set these windows after. This is awesome, though. This is really cool. Let's see, I'll maybe close it up a little.
Oh, Greenback just sent another one with a cheese hat. Oh, thank you. we have a weak spot for cheese hats.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Thank you so much. That is so awesome. We really appreciate these guys. They're really cool. Thank you, Officer Spencer. And Weekend Warrior, that's just awesome. That
awesome
really is.
Catch. That's amazing.
Oh, okay, that's what he was talking about. God.
It's just something about cheese.
It is. It's so iconic. I love it. I just love to see all the props in his house. One day I'm hoping to make it down.
Oh, there should be a separate room probably for that.
There is. I picture it looking like a small town theater. It's got that one rack of clothes that he's just been picking up stuff along the way.
Yeah.
That is really cool. Wounded Pigeon, who we spent time with when we were in the Gaspé, who was on vacation.
Who just passed 600, by the way.
Oh, congratulations.
I wanted to say hi to Gregory Salvatore, who I haven't seen you for a while.
Oh, man, it's been a long time. How are you?
Yeah, and Steph Opple says that we look like 2 college kids tonight. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Oh, I Pick My Butt is just doing awesome. I love your selfies. This is just crazy. I think that's what he does through the day. He
just sits around, picks his butt, and makes this. He's got to keep his namesake going, so yeah.
Oh my God,
that's really awesome. Jeez. Oh, John is out there. Nice. Thank you so much for sending that. That's really cool. I love. Oh, yeah, it is us. Okay, yeah. I wasn't sure for a second because I had my mug in the way. I thought maybe you did something on the faces for like a joke one, so I was trying to look closely. There they are. There's Penny. Hey, Penny, sweetie, how are you?
Hi.
Penny has her own channel, and we rocketed her that night from, what 40 to 115?
Yeah, that was amazing.
Well, she deserves every one of them. She is such a sweetheart.
That's right.
Sorry, Alejandro, but when you have Penny in the shot, she's going to get a lot of the talk, so we love you.
Well, it's her first year, first week, I think, finished in kindergarten.
Yeah. She looks so proud going. Yes. Gemma, that's a beautiful photo. Very nice.
I hope you feel better, honey, this evening. Weren't feeling so good earlier in the morning today, so I hope that has changed. Is your thermos empty?
No, I forgot to open the lid.
Oh, that might work better, yeah.
I'll be glad when I get that other switch.
Melissa says that they have miniature watermelons there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's amazing, but I don't think those would fit on a head, though.
How are you, Violet, my fellow Canadian? I'm just going to go right by that one. It's awesome to see you.
Violet! Look, oh my God, your hair has grown so long. Wow.
Hope you had an
You
awesome
look gorgeous, Violet. That's amazing. Love it.
That's really cool, guys. That's really cool. Really love your photos. Let's see, we got a new one here. Thank you. There we go. That's even better. We gotta love our halos.
Yes. Gregory says that he's been a bit good, but haven't been doing much. Spun bearing in a car, had the engine rebuilt, just got it back and ready to get back to YouTube.
Oh, well, that's excellent. That's excellent. That's a lot. Yeah, that. You had your plate full for sure, so it's good to see you.
Instant Dry Play, hello. And if you forgot or we're still thinking of doing a selfie, please do that. I'm just posting the link in the chat. We're going to definitely get back to them as they come in to see your beautiful faces. And don't forget to say hi to each other on Twitter.
Most definitely.
Connect with each other on Twitter. By the way, we are just a couple away from 1,000 followers on Twitter. Can you believe that? Let me check that.
That's crazy.
Because I couldn't believe that.
That's really grown. And guys, that's your #1 key to keeping in touch with everybody on YouTube.
It is. 7 away from 1,000 we are.
So if you haven't joined our Twitter yet, there we can have a
Twitter shout out.
Twitter shout out. That's right.
Yeah, if you haven't followed us on Twitter yet, please do. Let's get us to 1,000 on Twitter. There you go. Thank you so much, guys. And girls, of course. Can anyone please recommend a good software for making audio reactive videos other than Adobe? Question from DJ Southpaw. I think MU would probably have a good answer for that. MU Music, did you hear the question? Can anyone please recommend a good software for making audio reactive videos other than Adobe? MU is a music channel, royalty-free music channel that you can use for your videos, and he, I think, does those music reactive videos. So that would be a question right for this channel if he's in the chat. Let's wait for the answer. Thank you, Dennis. And once again, guys, for those of you that are in the path of the upcoming hurricane on the east coast of United States, be safe, don't leave your pets behind, as Melissa was saying, or M, and just be safe. Steph says would do a selfie, but she does look like a chick from The Exorcist. We would love to see that. Prankster Lock. Well, we've been talking about your video.
Yes.
And posting the link, so hope you guys go and check it out. Super Momo guys, hello. Let me throw a wrench at you, and while we are at it, let me post that link to Prankster Lock's video where you can see.
There, hon, you got your countdown for Twitter. So can we get 8 people to support us on Twitter?
Are you serious?
So we can hit 1,000 subscribers on Twitter.
This. Oh my goodness.
We never use it on that's a social blade you can do. YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Dailymotion, Mixer.
Yeah.
It has a lot of information on here. You can really follow your. So there we go. One more. We need 7 to go, guys. 7 to follow us on Twitter, and we'll hit 1,000 here. We've never done this.
The best way to know when we are going live is to follow us on Twitter. We also retweet lots of videos through the day. If you have something special to tweet out, most of the time we retweet it. Definitely news, new things coming up, live streams that we go on to, live streams that we watch, and we usually tweet out as well.
Yep.
So lots of awesome stuff on our tweets, and a lot of coffee.
Yeah, a lot of coffee.
I was tweeting about that in the morning.
6 more to go, and we'll go tweet. Oh, no, we won't. We'll go.
Oh, no.
Tweeter. Let's raise our tweeter.
Green Beto? Oh, Green Bay, tell him to tone down on this. Oh my goodness.
Green Bay is supporting this one. I know he is.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Do I have to do the tweeter again?
No. No.
It's tweeter.
Welcome everybody new who just joined us. Hello.
It's hard to
On
follow
this
that up,
Monday
isn't it?
evening. It is. By the way, I want to say to Marty, special hi as well.
Thank you, Anonymous Paranormal. You're getting it. I love it. That's right. I'll just keep doing it until we get to 1,000. Tweeter. We have to get on Tweeter. Over and over.
Green Bay, help. Get him on yours so he can do it there or something.
The voice scared me away. Paul, he's a vlogger, so he tweeted away.
Okay, well, now that's encouraging for him. Polly, I thought you were on my side.
No, he left because I scared him so.
He tweeted.
I just tweeted away from Puša Studios.
No, I just tweeted away.
I know what you're talking about. That's not
or
the
I
tense
tweeted
this time, so.
away from Puša Studios, or I tweeted away. You know, it depends how you're.
Does anybody got?
Yeah, there's more and more perspectives of me getting that B studio. I think the more we talk about it, tone down. Yeah.
Why does everybody be nice to you all the time?
Because they like me. Apparently you don't, so you just spit your coffee, basically. But thank you. Yeah. Steph Apple, who is a singer herself, says that she wants this mic.
There.
You just muted me.
Nice, I wouldn't cough in everybody's ears.
Yeah. So Steph Apple was saying that she loves, she wants this mic. It all sounds like a sound check before shows of the concert. Well, thank you. That's amazing. I tried to sing and it sounds so good.
Sing.
No, my God, I'm not singing now.
Yeah.
I said I tried to sing. I gotta practice still. Oh my God.
Testing. There you go.
No, that's not this whole sound.
Try now.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Just a little bit.
I'm not singing. Polynesian vlogger just unsubbed us from Twitter.
It's touching. Always got our back, Polly. We're 5 away.
And Emma and the gang just got their selfie done.
Excellent. Let's go take a look, guys. Let's go see what other selfies we got here. 3 new ones. That's awesome. Oh, Emma always takes great ones. There we go. There's our dear M. Beautiful as always. Great smile. Love your channel, by the way. Can never say enough great things about your channel. Oh. Mystical Christina. Oh, that's nice. Mystic Angel. That's really cool. Thank you so much. These really mean a lot, guys. They're really cool to have. And you guys can go back and look at them anytime under the hashtag Blue Wrench group. Really cool. Polynesian. It's pretty much like that, yeah. You nailed it.
I love the color of choice.
We better get back to some questions from people if you have
Yes, we've been chatting away here, guys.
Yeah,
and you
sorry.
And you are not minding that, hopefully. Please interrupt us with questions. What's going on here?
I'll mute it. Seriously.
Stop spamming me.
Well, don't hold it right beside the mic. Would be a great place to start.
By the way, for those of you that don't know, I dropped my phone in a sink earlier today.
I didn't know that.
Well, it wasn't working before anyway.
Oh, it's just definitely.
And it's still not working because I can't put the volume down. So that sounds great. I reported Andrew to the Echo Police. That should be over shortly. And yes, probably spelled that wrong.
Oh my God! Thanks for having my back, everybody. It's much appreciated. Like I say, guys, this is what we said tonight. Just wanted to take it a little more easier, just hang out with you guys a bit. After just having to reinstall. Well, I reinstalled the other night when I was on with Whacking Cab 7. That's exactly what I was doing, watching these guys, talking to them, and plus
Oh, David Build Vlogs. How are you doing?
Yes, hi, how are you?
Thinking about you. If you want to put the link
Yes.
to your fundraiser page, because you have probably it by your side, please put it in. David Build Vlogs, if you can support them. I've been in a hard situation right now with his wife, who is had complications of her pregnancies and on life support right now, and unfortunately he can't attend his work, and obviously they still have other kids, so if you can help them, please do. And if somebody can put the link to David Bill Vlogs fundraiser page, would appreciate that.
Yep. It's
our thoughts are really with you. Been thinking about you a lot, and thank you for coming in.
I don't even know what to say to you. My heart goes out to you. Thoughts and prayers. And yes, please post the link and just sending anything. Hope you can feel the good vibes from us, because we're sending as many prayers as humanly possible to you.
Okay, so I'm posting the link of GoFundMe page. That's a GoFundMe page once again, and thank you, Northumberland, by the way. It is GoFundMe page for David Build Vlogs. Please help if you can. If you can't, just say a prayer. As you can see, there's already beautiful kids in the family, and his wife is with complications and life support right now. So if you can, go over and help them, please.
An unfortunate reminder to all to take moments, and as important as it is stuff on YouTube and that there is real life going on out there for a lot of people right now, and truly count your blessings and send prayers at the same time.
Green Milwaukee is asking who is sick. So, okay, David Build Vlogs, it just came in the chat. His wife is pregnant, and she had amniotic fluid embolism, which is a very rare occasion. Unfortunately, she's on life support right now, and he can't go to work. They still have little children at home as well that needs to be taken care of. So the GoFundMe page, I'm going to post the link again. David Build Vlogs, his wife. If you can help with anything, please do.
Yeah. We're really just, we're thinking about you. Xenia was telling me about it, and you know, just stay strong. If you need to talk or anything like that, there's tons of people here that are always ready to listen. And just be close to family. I hope you have family close with you. I'm hoping that you have some people to lean on to for moral and moral support. And just our prayers are with you. So please,
And again, thank you for coming in, and hopefully there are people there sending their positive thoughts, and I truly hope that it resolves in a positive manner for your family, guys.
Yeah, and Gregory, if you could post that link again, please feel free.
Yes, thank you so much, guys.
That is
for doing that.
Yeah.
Lols girl, hello.
Hey, how are you? Sorry when you seen you come in, but we had kind of an important thing I didn't want to veer off of, but welcome. We're just kind of hanging around tonight, talking a little bit, so different questions, just shooting the breeze, talking about YouTube in general. Pardon me? What happened to our channel?
I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't think anything.
We're growing, I guess.
Yep, that's right. It's all just a channel. Just a channel.
What would be the best editing app on a phone?
Yeah, you're better for that one than me for phones.
Yeah, well, I'm using, and again, it depends what you're doing, okay? I'm not really using it for a full feature videos on YouTube, because that's what Andrew does, but I do use it for doing little clips for social media and stuff like that. Although I know people use it for their vlogging videos, and it's called Vlogit. No, I will have to.
Sorry.
It's made by Filmora. Now I can't show you the whole thingy here.
Thingy, no less.
Yeah, vlogged by Filmora. See, you can do different videos. It's very friendly for user. You can add your music. You can upload your own music. It has transitions. It's very easy. I find it's very easy to do, and it has very good reviews. I have tried probably 15 different apps for video editing. Some more complicated ones, some more easier ones. And I came back to this one called the Vlogit, and it's available on Android. I don't know if it's available on iOS, but I really, really like it. It's easy enough and good enough. So Vlogit.
Vlogit, yep.
Yeah, Yankees Adora Adventures. Hello, good to see you.
It's
Thank you, Naturebound. Thank you.
Yes, guys, please, and Naturebound, if you don't mind, if you could just post that once in a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna copy this too, so just in case.
Yeah.
Naturebound has to go somewhere. I have it.
And guys, these are the things that put things in perspective of little silly YouTube blah blah blahs. Is something like what's going on with David's wife right now, who's in a very hard spot on life support right now, and not just for her, for David as well, and their unborn child. So please, if you can, help them out financially because he has to stop working. If you can't do that, just send your love to them. Good wishes go a long way. They really do. That's can't stress that enough. There's things I don't know about all of you. We're not. I know you're not all parents, and that's fine. It doesn't mean you still can't have compassion for your fellow human being. Oh, thank you so much, Green Bay. That is so awesome.
Thank you.
You really are a good, kind person, Dave. I really mean that. That's what I really like about you. So yeah, guys. I mean, we don't want to. Not trying to bring everybody down, but I mean, this is what real life is all about. Real life, and I mean, we had went through a lot when our daughter was born. Nowhere near what David's going through right now.
No.
But things can change in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And it could be any one of us, and could be any family member, not even just pregnancy, but anything can happen. So always remember to hug the ones you love, tell them that you love them. And if you have to leave us to go do that, then please do. I'll never hold it against you for that. You're awesome people. Does anybody else have any other questions? Thumbnails, shooting, editing? And we don't have all the answers, guys. The nice thing, like I say, we're just a co-op here. We're 20%. I never take credit for what's happened here. It's you guys that make us what we are. You guys set the pace. So please, like with editing with phone, I don't do it much, but you guys might do most of your videos with phone. You have a ton of wealth of experience that you can pass on to somebody else who's just learning or wants to expand. For us, we mostly work with the Adobe suite, but the Adobe suite is expensive. It's very expensive. And we can, because we're a business, we get a little bit of flexibility on that one because we can claim it. There's tons of great programs that cost nothing that you can really do. One I recommend a lot for video editing, if you want something pretty professional, is DaVinci Resolve. There's a bit of a learning curve to it, but then again, there is with Adobe Premiere as well. But it's a very, very powerful software, and it can... the free version has got most of the features, and then the other one is $1,000.
Yeah.
So it just shows you how powerful it is.
Green Bavaki says that he can relate to David. His wife died almost with first child.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. IV PICC line for 6 months. Wow.
That's well, I'm glad you guys are together today, and you know, it really wow.
What is your favorite tips for thumbnails and titles?
Thumbnails, get faces into them. Get faces into them wherever possible. Lots and lots of direct face as much in the screen as possible. The AI loves facial recognition. Remember, guys, the AI in Google is the same one, and that goes into YouTube and that. It's all built around the same principle of reading people's habits and then mimic them. They're not like forcing us to do something we're not comfortable with. It's actually learning from what we've done. It's been programmed, and then it can learn on its own to enhance that. And faces are so important, and the title, grab people with it. Really, really make it. You got to think of your thumbnail and title as your business card, and think of years ago before we had all the digital work, what it was like when you got an awesome business card put at you out of like at a business luncheon or something like that when everybody's handing them out. There's always those couple of business cards that when people put them in your hand, you're like, wow, this looks fantastic. You want the same with your thumbnail. Face draws people in. People are drawn to faces. It's natural instinct. See the eyes. I'm going to show you guys right now. I'm going to show you an example of somebody who does thumbnails that I really, really like. Well, I'm bringing that up on, I seen Green Bay mentioned a software that I'm not familiar with.
Green Bay Wacky says, I just put Cap 7 on my thumbnails.
Well, yeah, that's a whole different ball game.
To get views. Melissa tried to send a message on Twitter, and I could. Okay, I have to follow you in order for you to send. If anybody of you want to send a DM and can't, just tweet it out. Say,
yep.
Can you follow me? Because you can only message to people that follow you. So I thank you. I will do that. And there have been different ideas here on what to do. Stacy Morgan is asking how to do Twitter.
Could I just do with the thumbnails? Because I have them up here.
Yes.
This is Linus Tech Tips, a channel that has, I guess I should follow him here too. He started off with almost nothing, and he's Canadian out of Vancouver, and he's at 6.8 million. Wow, he just jumped again since last time I was here. And he always is one of my favorites about thumbnails because he took a lot of backlash because he's been into it for a long time. He started with a computer company called NCIX and took on his own, and they had these older looking thumbnails, and this is the new way, and they shoot them in front of their green screen. And of course, some of the older ones were giving them shit for doing it this way, and that's always going to happen. Some people don't like change. And like he said, I don't like doing it. He goes, do you think I want my kids to grow up and see my me doing this in a camera and all that on a thumbnail? Thank you, son. But that's what the AI wants. This is the exact epitome. And you do not have to copy the big guys, but these guys have done the research. So look what they do. Why worry about it and stress for days? If they're doing it, they're a business, these guys, full-fledged. He has over 25 employees and 12,000 square feet of... This is grown from him. And if he does something like that with his channel, he wouldn't do it to put it in jeopardy. He's doing it because it makes the most business sense. So these are really, really great examples of how to do thumbnails. Everything has his face into it, making real heuristic moves because the AI is gravitating. It doesn't understand as well as us about subtlety. So the more over top, the more that the AI is drawn into it. And then, of course, your title. Don't waste, $1,000 on data recovery. What happened to Linus's car? Why does Linus pirate Windows? You see, it's just grabbing. They got to be short. And you'll notice with TubeBuddy, it will tell you if your titles are too long. We go a little bit longer than the bigger guys because we're not as seen as much. So we tend to put in for ourselves like Puša Studios, and we have our Tube Life series and that. But yeah, keep it pretty, have a hook. Something that people just see and they just can't wait to find out what's behind the door.
In short, and Green Bay Wacky says, never heard of bot scans for faces. Yeah, that's what happens nowadays. So in short, faces, contrasting colors, on thumbnail.
Yep.
If you can, if letters are there, put them big and attractive. So,
and little wording.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Short wording, big letters if you do contrasting colors and faces. So that's number 3 for thumbnails. For title...
Oh, can I just say that and finish on that one?
It's gonna
for Photoshop, and then we'll go to title.
It in short.
This is very important for photos. I use this all the time. Treat your thumbnails as if it was airplane food. They add way more spice because they're higher to compensate. add a lot more contrast and saturation than your usual 8x10 because they're going to be small. And when you make your thumbnail, this is the number one mistake most people make. You have it this big on your screen, zoom it out when you're almost done. Get it to about that small, but the sizes you see those thumbnails on the screen, and see what it looks like there. You might have a beautiful vista of a mountain with a canoe in the back and all these lovely pictures, but when it goes down to thumbnail size, nobody can see anything out of it. It's lost. You're better off to crop it down and get that shot of the canoe and just a tiny bit of the mountain if necessary. Whatever side draws in the most emotion from people.
Oh, Lols girl, I hope you feel better and you're not getting sick anymore with your pregnancy. Thank you for coming.
Yes, that's not fun at all. Hope you feel better.
So I wanted to shorten this. And I wanted to say about titles that the most important thing about titles is to put your main keyword in your title. What we forget is we try to be smart with titles. We try to be catchy and funny. And we forget that the keyword is what makes us, visible.
Yep.
So put your main keyword in the title. That's your secret to your title.
Yep.
So that's basically in short about titles. And yes, vidIQ, Morning Fame, TubeBuddy, they all analyze titles as well. You can find different programs that can tell you if it's too short, too long, and how good it fits. But mainly, your main keyword has to be in your title.
We have a lot of fun on here, and we mightn't sound like we always look so far to retirement right away on this, but it doesn't mean we don't want to grow on YouTube. We're very serious about what we do here, and we spend a lot of time that nobody sees is actually spent on researching analytics.
Yes.
And researching structure. And when I say structure, that means thumbnails, titles, keywords is probably 70% of what we do when we're offline that regards to YouTube, I would say.
Yes, it's true. And as YouTube themselves are saying that basically 99% of your analytics is your title and your thumbnail. Everything else is important as well. It's just smaller percentages, but it still has to be done so it fills up to 100, right? But the most time of your production behind the scenes should be devoted to thumbnail and to your title.
Because I always say it's like that business card. That's what people are going to see. You might have the most awesome videos in the world, but if people don't get to them, they're never going to get to see just how awesome they are. So this is where you got to hook people. Look at this. Our live stream ones. Yeah, those ones, there's nothing we really did. They were kind of made on a whim, and they don't have the faces in like we were saying. But it's a clear-cut shot, and this has almost kind of become a brand now. That's the whole point of when we've been doing them while we were in the off-season.
Yeah, and it's contrasting colors, it's big letters, and it is, it might be still recognized as a silhouette of human.
That's
which
right.
What is AI looking for?
Yep.
Thank you, Em, and be safe, please.
Yes, please do. And keep us posted and be well. Like you see with our Tube Life series, we've redone these thumbnails 3 times, so finally I think we're kind of where we want to get them, but you never know. I could easily go and do them over again. Like I look at some of them and I see like here Rosorian Buck. I'll probably go back now and do him over again and brighten him up, try to get him as close to here as possible.
Rebecca, hello.
Welcome.
And Green Bay Wacky says he devotes his extra time to eating cheese. Yeah. Who's Your Back said that vidIQ has helped him a lot. His last video has grown faster than anyone he ever made. Exactly. It is a lot of work, but once you figure out the basics, so to say, you know what to do.
Yep.
Then it goes much faster.
Yep.
Pop Tart SAG. Pop Tart Sag. Hi.
Wow. You guys come up with some creative.
Yes, and we have a raid from Emsdad. Emsdad says
my.
hello. Oh,
that's
thank
so
you
awesome.
so much.
Let me get the chat up here.
That's amazing.
Thank
you.
Oh, we
Amzad says hello. Thank you so much. That's amazing.
That's so kind of you guys.
Let me throw some wrenches around here for you people that are just coming, and welcome to our channel.
That's awesome. We're almost at 100 likes. That's cool. Oh, thank you guys so much.
That's amazing.
So kind of
you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wow, we even got a subscriber, and thank you so much. That's really cool.
That's so cool. Thank you. Instant Replay says the thumbnails are key. They are like package on a product. That's right. Go over to Instant Replay's channel and check her channel art and her thumbnails. She knows what she's talking about.
She does amazing thumbnails. Probably some of the nicest ones I've seen on here.
Yeah, and Gregory, I know, but this is what happens. As Andrew was saying, we have changed ours, like all of them, not just the newer ones, like 7 times around since we started.
If you only could know how many times. The last one was what, 2 weeks ago?
Yes.
And I went back. Wow. We jumped up to almost. That's awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much. Amza Dreams. Oh, this is amazing.
That is so appreciated.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Once again, guys, there's that proof. I can't tell you enough. Doing good things to other people can send you to the moon here on YouTube. It really, that stuff's so appreciated. Thank you so much, Amstad. That's so cool.
How to family. Hello, 3 ladies in a blog. Amazing. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
That was really cool.
Yes.
That was.
Yeah. So we have redone our streams like 7 times around, as Andrew said 2 weeks ago. The latest change, and then we're going to be doing it again and again because YouTube changes its policy, the same as it was with the keywords and titles, sequence of the words and all that. It's changing constantly. They just want people to be active, interactive, and keep them on edge. And that's why we try to have a lot of information from original sources, so to say, to be on top of these things. And
one thing I just want to specify too is by doing these over, well, we didn't do these ones over this time. These we left alone, with the other ones we changed titles a bit. They actually rejuvenate on YouTube. That's what's cool about it. And you start getting new views again.
That's true.
That's what's really amazing. So there is like some return. Just as a quick side note, just going to bring this up for a sec. I am very proud of this, and I haven't mentioned this very much. This quick video here I did of Via Rail, because they had these new train schemes to celebrate 150 years. Was picked up by one of Russia's biggest media outlets. They're doing a big series, and this is not for the web, it's actually for television, on traveling to Canada, and one part is going to be on trains, and we were contacted, and they're going to be actually using parts of my video. So it might, they say the possibilities around 100 million people in 20 different countries are going to see it. So I just thought I would mention that. I'm really proud of it. So we did all the paperwork, everything is done, and we're just waiting for it to go out with the rest of the series. So it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm really proud of that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you never know what video of yours get noticed and put somewhere out there.
Yeah.
Because really, ultimately, the aim is to get people from outside of YouTube creator community watch your videos as well, right? That's what we're all kind of trying to get to.
And it's a big honor to have it on television like that. It's something we can add to our portfolio and that. So yeah, I'm really excited about it.
What kind of camera did you use to shoot that?
I use the DJI Osmo for all my shooting. I can show you a picture of it. DJI.
And while you're doing that, if you change the title, does it change the views? Well, it doesn't change the views. It is as it is, but then it grows because it revamps your video. So the crawler, so to say, crawls through it again, and it might suggest it somewhere in new places and stuff. But it doesn't delete any information other than that for your video. So you can go ahead and do that. Just don't do it every day. Give it some time.
Yes, don't push it too much. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So this is the camera I shoot with. A lot of you know the DJI Phantom or Mavic. Well, this is the camera from the Inspire, their $4,000 drone. 4K Zenith lens. And this part goes on to here, but I have this attachment, which is called the Z-axis, which acts as a steady cam. It's got its pluses and minuses, but all in all, it does... here, there's a better picture. You can see, because it's from the drone, you actually control it with your phone. There's no built-in display. A lot of you guys have seen this version, but for holding mobile phones. But this is the original style. And yeah, I like the footage with it. I shoot, it doesn't shoot in RAW. You can buy it, but that's an extra, what, $2,000 I think it was, or $1,500?
Yeah.
But I just shoot flat, so. And then I colorize in Premiere. What is that?
That's my phone.
Oh, okay.
Somebody's spamming our Facebook, but Facebook business page, by the way. While we are on live stream, but that's okay. Thank you for doing that.
That's the Z-axis there. That's the attachment in between it. Yeah, so that's what it looks like originally. So it's amazing for travel in that it's not very big, and then you add the Z-axis, though, that really brings the stabilization home.
Yeah, you can buy the mobile now. There are people saying, "Oh, that's way out of my league." Well, there is a mobile right there. So you just put your mobile and basically you use the camera of your cell phone. But the neat thing about it that you have that smooth footage, right? That cinematic style view footage. So nowadays phones are so amazing, like the latest Google Pixel and Moto and so on. They're so good with cameras. So all you need is just a little less shake and a little more smooth video, and this is what it gives to you.
Oh, thank you, Green Bay. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's why I've been pushing our videos at the beginning of when we go on a bit early and show them, because I just want people to know that we have a lot of more things going on with us. So that's been kind of important to me, So yeah, Nicole Spolsky,
no, it's not a drone. It just looks like that because of the way you film with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you film it from within the car, or if you're moving, like it makes it look like it's a drone, although it's not.
Like if anybody's seen a while ago in the beginning, that christening video, I put it on the selfie stick, hold it about 7 feet in the air, turn the camera down, I can watch the display on my phone, and I can get that drone style footage, like for instance inside a church where you can fly one. I can use it that way. You sometimes look like you're doing Tai Chi when you're filming with it, because you got to have steady moves to really get that smooth shots, but in the end it does give good footage. So
Stacy's asking, I'm about to go and buy a GoPro. Do you think that is the way I should go, or should I get something else?
Well, it depends. I mean, a GoPro is not the greatest camera in the world. I mean, but they do a good job. They're a very specific camera. I don't find them as good for day-to-day shooting, but I mean, there are some that do it. A lot of people like to keep it as like a secondary camera. For instance, like Peter McKinnon, he'll do them shots like those cinematics, like showing the coffee being poured in that. And those shots from looking inside the cup and everything, he's shooting them with GoPro, or he tapes them to his feet and stuff like that.
Land of Landoland, hello. And Arizona Timeless Tourist has a DJI Osmo as well.
Cool.
And Casey's House says that we have the older GoPro and it's too shaky. Well, that's what I like about DJI Osmo, that it gives that nice, smooth feeling.
That's what I was going to show, just like as you're talking. I'm just putting the volume low. This is what I shot with that. This is a good example, of the DJI Osmo. You can talk. We got the mic over top of it.
Hoosier was saying that he can fly his drone in a church. Well, we can't do it here.
Yeah.
And Green Bay Wacky, do you have your own 18-wheeler?
No, I never wanted to go broke, so I never bought a truck. These are some shots that actually Xenia and I did, just fooling around with the camera. But it's hard with steady shots. It's more of a motion camera. I like shooting a lot of stuff like Discovery Channel's Mean Machines in the 80s. That's kind of my passion, so I like doing these kind of things like you used to see on there. Those kind of fast pannings. I like doing a lot of like rise ups. You'll notice like I like coming out of bushes a lot, or going with the camera low like this and coming up and doing chop shots here too as well, going in the grass and coming out. But that's just my style. Everybody has their own. See, this is actually driving at 100 kilometers an hour on the road with Xenia holding it out the window. That's how that Steadicam can hold it. That's what I wanted to show. It actually does a good job of doing that. So,
And you can also get extension like mounts for the car, for the bike, and all that
Yeah.
stuff. We don't have that. It's just us holding it,
That's right.
praying it doesn't fall out of the window. But you definitely can get accessories for that as well. And no, we're not promoted by DJI, so it's completely personal views and opinions about it.
We were going to buy a drone, actually. We had the order in and everything, and then pulled at the last minute to buy this thing.
Mike Solmus used to be a truck driver. Hey, that's amazing.
Excellent. Excellent. I was a truck driver as well. My hat's off to it. It's a hard life. Nothing comes easy to you into it, but...
Yeah, that's true. My dad was a truck driver too in the Soviet Union.
Yeah, that's right.
So different sides of it, of experience from that.
Oh, the Land of Landon's here. Hey, how are you?
Yeah, and ES plus 3 TV. Hello.
Welcome.
Steph Apple loves your footage. Yeah, guys, we do have some amazing cinematic footage. You can go on our homepage and see some playlists, or in the playlist section. Check out some wedding videos and some city videos, and a whole different ballgame than live streams.
It is, and there's going to be more coming. I'm definitely doing more. That's my goal. That's my...
I hope so. I really like
miss
it too.
This is also very Discovery Channel, this one.
Yeah, Steph Apple was enjoying the music. Green Bay Wacky asking, Steadicam, is that handheld and compensates for shake?
Yeah, because I got a lot of shake. I got the Ozzy Osbourne amount of shake, so I need all the help I can get, so...
Where are we from? Well, we are located in Montreal, Canada. Andrew is originally from Canada. I'm originally from Northeast Europe, a place called Latvia.
And I grew up in eastern Quebec, rural Quebec, and then I moved here when I was 17 and lived most of my adult life in Montreal.
And by the way, there was a question about how we got so many subscribers, and that was a while ago, so I just wanted to answer with the words of Alejandro, who was saying that, and I agree, we agree, that's how we are building, I think, a community and support. He says as community so far have been building has been the most powerful way of building his channel, replying to comments and finding people with same values outside of the channel, showing people how much I really do care. And I think, although Alejandro was talking about his own channel, I think it perfectly, if we can steal that, it perfectly describes of what we are and will continue doing, and that's probably the only secret.
Can I give you guys the key to all of it? And I know some think it's this enigma. There's a couple that got their being a bonnet. I made a commitment when we started going on our own, and people see my first rant video and what I was angry about on YouTube. I made a personal commitment from that point on to always, and I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I make mistakes like everybody else. But I was never going to wean again on what I believed that was inside of me, my core values, I like to call it. And I've tried my best to always treat everybody that I speak to on YouTube the same way I would if you were sitting in my house. And to be honest, it's paid off in high dividends for it. I'm not saying it to use anybody. I just believe that there's so much, not just YouTube, that's not even fair. I see it all the time on Facebook. I see it in all kinds of places, Twitter. Because, especially Facebook, I see it the most because it's so weird. Facebook, you're mostly family and neighbors. And they'll see each other day to day and be fine. And then they get on Facebook and kind of lose their minds. Or they'll say stuff or treat people the opposite of the way they would treat them when they see them when they leave the house and actually run into them in a mall or somewhere. And I have to catch myself sometimes. I have to pull myself back and say, this is a person, calm. I'm not perfect. But if you treat people the way you treat them as if they were standing there in front of you, I honestly believe you get a lot more from people. And they love to see you grow more. There's less hostility, less animosity, and a lot more support. And the second part is that continues with that is if you ever have a chance to let yourself go and do something for somebody else, you know how that stands out in real life. I guarantee the same thing works here as well. And we've had 2 times that somebody really tried to screw us, and because of them, we probably gained about 400 to 600 subscribers.
Yeah,
that's
enough.
Yep, that's enough. Yeah, that's right. We don't want to grow that way.
I wanted to say that Hosier back was saying, that was so sweet. I turn the weather radar on when I get to work every day, and Montreal and Laval is right on the edge of the map. Every time I see it, I think of you all.
Oh, that's so amazing.
That's so sweet. Oh my God. Thank you so much. But you know, it's crazy because it is true. Like when I hear about the upcoming hurricane, when I was hearing about the volcano where Polynesian was, you know, because we know, guys, where about you all are, and when we hear news about the locations that you are at, we get worried. And we start talking with our family members, with our kids, with my in-laws, with friends, like, you know, oh, we're worried how, you know, certain person is doing. And it's crazy how close we guys get.
Like,
you know?
Polynesian Vlog was a great example of that. Like, we were genuinely worried, like, you know, and guys, for the record, you want to go watch somebody else that's a live stream that you like to go. You're not around for 2 weeks. It's none of my business. I care. But it's none of my business. It's your channel. You do what you want. We always just ask if it is something that's like a hurricane or something like that. Just if you can let everybody know, because we all do get to know each other very close.
Yeah, like Nature Bound yesterday wasn't on, and all of a sudden everybody was, is he okay?
Yeah,
you know.
Did you hear from him? Did
Clint
you talk
was
to him?
asking. You know, we were asking. Everybody was asking, is he okay? Is he okay? Well, he was camping with his kids, which is amazing. Yeah. But everybody got worried because he wasn't on, right? Because that's we build the ties with people and.
Abigail's in Vermont. You're right. I was just down by the border the other day with a friend to pick up a pool table down your way.
Oh, love Vermont, especially now in the fall. Just in a couple of weeks, it's going to be so beautiful. And Hosier, I just heard that you are meeting Michael Freyer, and I'm like, where? Where? But you guys are too far. But hopefully, that would be so awesome. And if anybody of you are crossing Montreal or anywhere around the area, please let us know.
Yes.
Message us.
Most definitely.
You can find all our information on our Facebook page, phone numbers and all that. So you can definitely get in touch with us, and we would love to meet you.
And I'd just like to say, as a tie-in to last night and a final point about all of it, about growing and being good to each other, Cab 7 reminded, every once in a while there's those moments that remind us, that kind of put us in our place, and Cab 7 was one of those last nights. I hope everybody did get to catch it. If you didn't, please go back and watch his video. We all need those moments, and it will really put everything into perspective about YouTube in general. It really was amazing. So, and it brings out the best in everybody. I love those nights like that, because everybody's riding on that rush.
Yeah.
Everybody's like nicer to each other. You know, you're not good to each other already, but
thank you so much.
You rock.
Chima, Lolly, thank you so much.
That is awesome. Do I need a passport to come visit?
Yes. No. We can also cross the border. You know, if it's not too far away, we can cross the border. So it does not necessarily has to be on this side.
Oh, Kimberkiss, that's not necessary.
Thank
Just
you
having
so much.
you. Thank you.
Chima and Kimberkiss, thank you so much for support. That's super sweet of you guys. Thank you so much.
Jewish Redneck Prepper, shalom, my friend.
Nomadic RV, thank you, and thank you for all the tweets yesterday. It was very nice. Thank you so much.
An awesome channel. You guys are real. I hope you guys are still, and please, if you haven't checked out any channel yet, go right ahead. No hard feelings. I still was laughing about Gregory Salvatore's comment a while ago. I gotta roll back to that one because I meant to bring it up. Where is it here? Where are you? Oh, there we go. Puša Studios. What? People lose their minds on social media? No, say it ain't so.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good. I love that one.
Yeah, I gotta check I think Wounded Moose was planning to do the video concerning that title.
Yes.
About social media, so I'm gonna check that out.
There's an offer from Gill Skills. Come over to Maine, which I'll throw the steaks on the grill. I'm afraid you might get stuck with visitors now.
Yeah, are you sure? Because we might take you up on that. Yes. That's close.
We've been talking about doing it that way, going back to Gaspé, maybe even this fall, go down through, and I haven't done it in a long time, actually, going that way. I used to drive truck, go through Maine, and then come up through Fredericton, New Brunswick, and up, so you never know.
So, definitely, God, would love to. Thank you for the invitation.
I love Maine. Well, when we were going through Edmonton, New Brunswick, Maine's just across the river. We're like literally a stone's throw from it.
Yes, exactly. And thank you again, Kimberkiss. Thank you so much.
They used to have a trucking show out of there, remember, about log hauling. I remember because, like, in French, it's Pelletier is the last name, but in the States, in Maine, they call it Pelletier.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. It was on for a couple seasons on History or just Discovery, maybe, I forget.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I did a song Social Media Meltdown recently.
Yeah. It has been. It comes up in waves.
Yeah,
it really does. It really comes up in waves. You know, people get annoyed with it a bit and it's going on, and then finally, like, all of it hits the fan, and then it's like this hot topic, and it's like a video like that or something Cab 7s, you know, all these things. By the way, you did an awesome video last night too. Talk about the good timing. I know you had done it in advance, but
yeah, but especially the last two videos, I would say, for you know, for trolls and social media and friends, they are really everybody. It's like a Bible of YouTube should be. Huzier was saying that someone said social media may have not made the lame to walk, but it definitely has made the dumb to speak. Hopefully more than 240 characters less. Yes, that's true. That's true, and that's one of the reasons why we have really taken away from Facebook lately. Has nothing to do with their controversy of you know, privacy and all that. I really don't care about that stuff.
No.
It's nothing really can hide. Our Facebook is publicly visible, so it's nothing to do with that. It has to do more exactly with that. There's so much drama going on and so much things that are just a waste of time. So except for getting in touch with family that is not closely living, other than that, not really using it too much. And I just afraid that well, Facebook is soon just going to become MySpace. Really, it is becoming.
Yeah.
But I just really hope that there's still some places that are not reversed like that.
Gill Skills, I'm 11 away from 1600, largely thanks to you guys. Thank you. It's largely thanks to you, and then the next one on the list is all these great people in the chat, and we're third on the list. I thank you with all my heart and appreciate it, and I love hearing every time you guys are close, but please never lose focus of that. It's not just talk, it's you guys. Because these things have been coming up a lot lately, and I want to stress that once again, and I'm going to sound like a broken record. It's you guys that makes us, and I've been saying that for months and months and months. You guys have given us, you can see now we're 3,090, and that's you guys. That's not us. I mean, we can work hard, and we can build as nice a house as we want. It's you guys that make it a home, and it's your content that got people to look at what you do. So never forget that. Please pat yourself on the back. It is largely to you, and then next all these amazing people in the chat and the other chats you've been into, and the other people that's just happened to be lucky enough to stumble across what you do. It's a lot of work that you put into, every one of you, to be on here. And I always tip my hat to all of you, because YouTube is not an easy task to take on, especially for most people. We're lucky in the sense that we have a background in it. Very short, Xenia has a master's in psychology, which she uses in her photography day to day. And I don't know how many hours she spent in front of every YouTube tutorial there ever was to have for 3 years. Every time she could haul her camera out, even if it was to take pictures of the dash of the truck to practice. I was working in forestry. I had a young son, my first marriage, and I developed an analogy to spruce. I was a forestry manager. to the point I couldn't work anymore, that I went back to school. I studied multimedia integration in 2000. I failed John Abbott years ago when I first went to college at 17 with 13 zeros and banned from the residence for a decade. This one I actually left with the second highest marks, not only in my class, but in the second highest in the whole school. But I had a son. I was 26. I knew what I wanted to do. I worked for one of the largest music companies in the world for 7 years. I did marketing and advertising for 21 prominent brands. I did artist relations. And all those things and all those life experiences on the side have gotten us to do video and photography, which brought us to YouTube. YouTube, Puša Studios, if you see the videos at the beginning, most of the cinematics were for one reason. This is where I got to start to do the stuff that I couldn't do for clients. And anybody who's ever worked on anything that's your passion, it's so hard when you know what a client should have and they're just adamant they won't. So I kind of got to get out of my frustrations out there. With that being said, my hat doesn't go off to people like me. It goes off to people like you, who are into RC cars, who are into painting, who are into home renovations, into talking in front of a camera, and done all these things, learned all these tricks. Like I said before, we're lucky that we get to wear all those hats that used to be just big movie companies could do. But with that said, it's a lot of work. And you've just said to yourself at some point in your life, you know what? This hobby's taken 20, 30 hours a week of my time. I'm just going to double everything up, go into the abyss where I don't even know fully what I'm doing yet, learn how to shoot a video, learn how to set it up for a video, do the photography for it, learn how to present yourself on camera, learn how to use software to be able to do voiceovers, learn how to do editing software for photo and video most times, learn about tags, learn about how to write titles. You're a writer by doing it because you have to sell the video, writing all these parts. It is phenomenal. Like, you guys are like unbelievable to take on so much. I mean, your passion for what you do must be immense to want to take all that extra work to share it with people. And I will always do my best we are not a big channel. We are the head of a pin in YouTube. You take all the channels we know in our little world and put them all together, and PewDiePie gets 77,000 views in 15 minutes. And I do not knock big guys. I have nothing against them. They earn it no matter where they are. I don't do that. I would rather worry about my own content. But with that said, I feel good that we've grown enough that I can start helping out other people. And that's fine, because I got to grow too, and it helps me grow. There's no soapbox here. I'm not a hero. There's people a lot bigger than me. There's some that are not quite as there yet, but could be there tonight. And whether you have 2 subscribers or 20,000 or 200,000 or 2 million, we are still all in this together. And I will do my damnedest to try and all grow together the best I can. Our main focus is on Tube Life, where we bring on a YouTuber and talk to them for like an hour and a half. Talk about everything else pretty much except for YouTube. We try not to go too far because you already know enough about that part. And hope that that builds a lifelong connection with them. And I think it really has worked. It seems to be our kind of strong point, I would say, is the interviews. And I really miss them. I can't wait to get back into them. We just had a lot going on this summer. There was we don't want to do them when we have the kids home, and now they're finally back to school. We can start to get that settled up. We've been trying to use we've used Super Chat and PayPal money and reinvested it back in the show because it doesn't generate a ton of, if anybody's looking for AdSense money, even the big guys get almost nothing out of it. But it's been fun. It's given us a chance to kind of grow and see where we can go. We're in a completely different direction than we started, and I have no qualms about that. You can change 1,000 times. Just be true to your core goals. Don't sell yourself out for anybody. Don't go down for any kind of promises. And please, I cannot stress this enough to anybody out there. Don't use attacking people to try and make your channel grow. I guarantee you it's going to kill it. I've watched it happen. I've seen it since the 90s. If you don't like what somebody's doing, don't even waste your time with them. If you don't like what I'm doing, don't waste your time with me. I'll be a waste of your time. Show me how you can do it a lot better than me. Put more into it. Spend that time instead of wasting your time doing childish stuff like you see a few things going on, and put it into your work. That's okay to do that. And then you come out the better person for not saying anything about it, and your numbers are speaking for themselves because the chat is speaking for you. So, or the comments on your videos, either or. Use that energy wisely. Don't waste it on, it's so easy sometimes on YouTube to get sucked into these little childish, and it is like beyond childish, and that's what happens because you would never do it in real life. Put it into your work. Make your work shine. Don't worry about what he's got. You don't like him, so why even care? Block him out, ban him, whatever you got to do so you don't have to be bothered with that kind of a mess. And just remember that energy and just put it right in your videos. Spend the extra time editing, shooting, the extra time promoting your live streams. It's a simple concept, but it's easy to get lost in this because there's still that gold rush mentality, and it's okay. I want to make it. I'm telling you, I want to make it in YouTube. I have no qualms. I think that's sometimes the way I said it before gets wrong. I'm probably just a bit more of a realist because I had to work in a music company and I had to do a lot of the phone calls where I got to, well, not, it didn't ruin a career, but I had some guys who put 20 years into their music, thought they were finally getting somewhere, and I was the one who had to make the call and tell them, yeah, you're just not going to cut it for Marshall and stuff like that. You're not going to make, for Pearl. I've seen the other side of that. I've seen people go really down from it. I've had people cry on the phone. I've had them cry with me in person. I've seen their hearts broken. I've seen them get mad at me for it. And I think that's just why I'm there. But every one of you here has a chance of making it. Please know that. Every big subscriber had your exact number at one point or another. You can go right to this whole chat and you can all put out your number of subscribers you have at this very moment. Right there on the screen, 3,091. Casey Neistat had 3,091. Peter McKinnon had 3,091. iDubbbz had 3,091. They all had it. They didn't just go on, click a button, put up a video, and have a 10 million subscribers, or 5 million, or 2 million. You all have a chance to make it. Just don't lose yourself in the game, because if you lose yourself in the game, you pretty much screwed yourself out of ever making it big. So put your best foot forward, do your best work. Don't worry about what the other ones are doing. Put it into you and grow. And I'm waiting. I just can't wait for the day. We've already had it happen with Coney Wanner. Coney Wanner was on here in the end of June?
Yeah.
He had 2.8 thousand subscribers. He did a B-roll challenge, got noticed by Peter McKinnon, drove all the way from Pennsylvania to Ontario. I think it's Western Ontario. Southern Ontario he lives.
Yeah.
Or somewhere like that. And
an hour from Toronto.
An hour from Toronto. And he's now got, 46,000 subscribers?
Yeah, by the way, now he's speaking an engagement in Ireland as part of the
he got into
video summit.
He got there. Yep. I didn't know that.
Peter McKinnon was talking there, and
yes.
Cody Wanner was talking there too, and Peter McKinnon was tweeting about Cody Wanner talking there. So he's in Ireland. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So you never know, and exactly.
There you go,
to
guys.
Each other and kill with kindness.
Look at the numbers. He was 2.8 thousand in June. 2.8 thousand in June when he came on to talk with us, and there he is, 41,746. And as a side note, he has not quit his day job yet. I cannot stress it enough.
Yeah, he has little kids. He has family.
Yep.
Now, also his wife started a channel where they do their live streams.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely. And he has been inspiring so many people as well. He went across states to meet with creators and do some videos with them. And yeah, now he's in Ireland. So
there's these videos he made with Peter McKinnon right here. 42,000 views. Just because
you never know.
You never know. So put your best foot forward. Don't sell your work short, and keep learning new techniques. I don't do as much editing right now, but I'm getting back into it. And I always had a rule of thumb was to learn 3 new techniques every video. Mm-hmm. Now, enough that I can always do something interesting, but not too many that it's overkill or I don't learn it properly. And then you always have that learning curve.
And like Huntsman Outdoors, for example, I think it's around 2 months.
Yeah.
he has his watch time, and he has over 1,000 subscribers.
That's amazing.
Work. They have worked on the channel. They did it very intentionally, hustle and grind, and literally shot like that up.
Yep.
And they are there, right? So you gotta work.
Yep.
You gotta work on it, but it definitely pays off. And I wanted to mention, Theo says, thank you so much from my heart for what you do for us. You actually are so genuine and real. Love your show so much. I can stop telling you that. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I wanted to say good morning to Joran.
Hey, Joran.
Hope your day is better today. And
yes.
Also, Melissa was saying that she said the same thing on YouTube today. Be adult, use common sense, and try to focus on your own content. Live and let live. Don't pet the sweaty stuff, and don't sweat the petty stuff.
That's awesome.
That's true. That's so right.
Guys, anytime you're about to say something to somebody in a chat or something like that, just take 1 second and think, what would this sound like if we were face to face? And this can be even most basic things. That's why I tell people, like, don't say, sub me, I'll sub you back, sub me. Imagine if we were at a business luncheon and I was going up to you and say, buy my cement, buy my cement, buy my cement. Why are you not buying my cement? Buy my cement.
Come on.
Buy my cement.
Come on. Come on, did you?
You pushed me one more time, lady.
Well, that's how it feels like.
I was playing the part to go along with it. But it is. Like, it just puts it all in perspective, you know? And it's normal. That's that gold rush mentality. It is a gold rush mentality, and why I say that is, read the history books, and it still goes on today. Something new happens, everybody gets into it, and that's fine. But instead of worrying about their own work, they start cutting each other's throats, trying to knock the other one down. I hope you guys will listen to this one thing, and you'll pass this on to somebody. I was looking at buying a new vehicle years ago, my very first new vehicle, and I'm good with my money. I want to know everything. And I went to Mazda, and I went to Ford, and I went to Nissan, and I went to GM, and every hoagie me with cheese. God. Now I'm hungry. Oh, God. So, jeez. So I went around, and I'm looking at all these dealerships, and I'm checking and checking and checking. Now, think of those like channels. Think of all those car dealerships like channels. Then I go into Hyundai, and this is no attack on Hyundai. This was just happened to be the dealership that I was at. And the guy's like, "Oh yeah, you're looking at new one." I think it was the Santa Fe at the time. And he's like, "Well, what are you looking at?" I said, "Well, I've been looking at the Mazda Tribute and the Ford Escape and all this, blah blah blah." And he goes, "Oh, well, those are all shit. You know, they're garbage. You don't want that kind of junk. This is the real one. Blah 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 blah." Now, right there and then, supposing he had filled it with gold, I wouldn't be going home with it. I walked out, I said, I'm not going to sink to his level, but I just turned around and walked right out. And that was off the list. I didn't care what they offered, what kind of special, nothing. Because I don't go to people who try to sell you something by putting the competition down. I go to somebody who puts themselves up in a proper way, who lets their work speak for themselves. And that is the honest to God's truth. Let your work speak for yourself. Put every moment you can have available that you want to spare into YouTube. And this falls for anything in life, but I mean, we're talking about YouTube right now. Make great content and pay lots of attention to your tags, your title, and your thumbnail, because those are the things that are going to get people to see. They coexist. You need both of them to get noticed on YouTube. You need your tags properly done. Use TubeBuddy, use vidIQ, check the gradings onto them. Make sure you're getting the highest. Why, just because you think it's a catchy title to say something, would you go with that versus what's going to show up in YouTube? It's YouTube that's going to show at the end. What's the good of a real catchy title if nobody sees it? What's the use of putting in 40 hours in a video if nobody's going to be able to watch it because the thumbnail was like crap and YouTube puts them on the list?
Unless you're using it as your own personal hard drive for saving your videos.
Yeah. If it's a home video of granny eating cake, well then, you know, do as you will with it. But if you're, most of us are on here because we want people to see what we do. And that comes, it's got to be first and foremost because AdSense and all those things are so far away and it's going to be so minuscule at the time. You got to start off with a passion because otherwise you're going to be let down within a week and you're going to hate it. It's going to be such a grudge to do it. So I know a lot of you guys know this already, but some don't, and some are new here, especially for the ones that are new. I'm just trying to pass down that little piece of advice that you gotta love doing this and put your heart and soul into it, knowing that not right away you're gonna make a mint, but if you do, you will be ready for it. Your work will look amazing. Your content will be ready for it. Because just think, if a video goes viral of yours, and it happens, all you need is that, I don't know, whatever video it is, for somebody to see it, share it on Facebook, and the next thing you know, you're gone for the week, and you come back and you got like 150,000 views. Well, guess what? Your other videos are also going to get that as well. Not as much, but they're all going to start going. They're all going to start picking up momentum. Because once yours in, that's why we say it is so important to build your brand, because in that suggested video out of 20 videos, there's only going to be a couple of yours. You do not want somebody clicking on the next one of somebody else's because they couldn't tell the difference between yours and the other one. Make your brand. You can see what we've done right here. That's why I left that up. You can always tell Puša Studios. It's blatantly. We take our brand very, 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 very seriously. That's one thing we really don't wean on. And it's everywhere. All of our social medias end with Puša Studios. If you have personal Twitters and that, change them over. Change them over, get them over to your channel name. Unless you just put up the odd video once every month or so and you keep a family, well, then that's understandable. But you want that brand to be known. That's your, I always say it, your Pepsi, your Coke, your GM, your whatever, DeWalt, whatever name you want to use. That's what your channel name is. Oh, thank you, Theo. Tia, probably preachy, I would say.
Yeah, Theo was also saying appreciating you saying about never put other people down. I also wanted to say good night to Gregory and thank you for coming again.
Yes.
And
it was nice to see
good road to 1,000. I think it's only 150 away from 1,000. Check out Gregory Salvatore.
Oh, I hope you can make it back for more, and we'll try and get you closer to that. So.
Yes, definitely. And Green Bay, thank you for urging everybody to retweet the stream.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate that. By the way, I forgot to comment. Steph Apple was talking about her uncle who has produced Fleetwood Mac and so on. If you can you mention the name again? She was asking if you know him. So I'm sorry.
The producer of Fleetwood Mac?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Yeah, that's her uncle, by the way.
Probably legendary. I would also like to mention, now that the cat's in the bag, we can say it more about Steph Opal.
Yes.
That Steph Opal was married to the lead singer of the band Pantera. So.
Yep, and she also is a very beautiful lady with a beautiful voice that's still singing herself as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
She's awesome. She's been with us since the beginning.
Check out her channel and check out her music. It's really amazing. Green Bay Vacky says, I only like to put down good beer or coffee or pop.
Oh, God.
Northumberland, thank you again for reminding. Yes. The Michael Freyer Jr.'s challenge for B-Roll SmackDown. We have a link of a playlist here that everybody can check out, including your video, and vote for one creator in each of the 4 videos. By the way, the winner of the final gets an interview, a full-fledged interview with us. So
that's going to be really cool.
Yep.
That's going to be really cool.
I'll go check that out.
I just brought up, we were laughing tonight because we never used this before, that on Social Blade you can also do other social medias, so Xenia was excited.
This is so pitiful.
I thought I'd call your bluff on it.
So, well, I was excited, but I'm not going to do this. Come on.
We have 4 away from our 1,000 subscribers on Twitter,
Twitter has a bit different vibe to it than YouTube does. So, no, I'm probably going to get there tomorrow or something. That's fine.
Oh, Join our Twitter. You have to join our Twitter.
Most likely they're gonna unfollow now. Do you have any other effects there, or is it the only one that we're stuck on?
I know, I was actually on a different one. Sorry, you're right. I should have put it on the other one. Let's try this one.
No, yeah, that sounds better.
That's boring. I don't like this one.
Ooh. Take off your headphones just because.
Twitter. You have to join our Twitter.
Are you done yet?
No. Now I am.
No, you're not. I knew you were gonna go.
See, now you're doing it.
I knew you were gonna go back to that one.
I knew you wanted to get on it.
Oh
I knew you wanted to get on it.
Like a child.
You're gonna love this machine. It's gonna grow more.
This machine has 150 buttons. I don't know why we need that.
Oh, that buttons was a big pop.
When I was learning English, because again, English is not my first language. When I was learning English, my friends were laughing that I used to pronounce two very softly, like soft, you know, t, and they said it's wrong. Is it wrong?
T or t?
T. Yeah, I would say t.
Tits?
Yeah, tits.
Oh, I got her to say it. You heard it here, guys. It's a good night.
Thomas. Like, it wouldn't be Thomas. It would be Thomas, you know? Thomas.
Testicles.
No. Or Terrell. Like, very soft too. And they would always laugh when I would say that. Oh, that just by the way. Kenny Ruther, by the way, is a man. Kenny Ruther worked with Guns N' Roses. Yeah, WEA. He had regions worldwide. I think you know him. He's about 15 years older than Andrew. And yeah, my ex-husband and I sang in many bands together, Opal says. That's right.
That's so cool, though.
I hope you feel better,
yes.
honey. I was thinking about you, and yeah.
The first time I got to meet Vinnie Paul, the drummer for Pantera, was after the tragic shooting of his brother, Daryl Dimebag, the guitar player. And I met him at a NAMM show in Anaheim, California. And it was awful. I mean, his first public appearance, you know, you could see he was still very shooken up about it. He was very cautious of all the crowd. His eyes, like contact was just all over the place, and rightfully so. And, you know, my heart went out to the guy, you know, because bands, especially, there's another one where you forget that they are actually human beings. And I mean, he lost his brother. He watched him get shot on stage. That's not something that anybody should have to go through. And, yeah, he was a really cool guy about it. Like, I mean, he was very cordial to us and that, but very, reserved, and rightfully so. So.
Welcome back, 52. And Down the Rabbit Hole is asking, is there a chipmunk effect?
No, not on this one, really. This is mostly just echoes and stuff. We'll have to get a modulator at some point.
Of course. You know, out of all the things he got, he couldn't get the chipmunk one. So, you know, 15 other presets there. But that's okay. That's okay.
Talking to the microphone. We definitely got to get the other microphone. I'm ordering it tonight. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Dimebag, it was a real tragedy. It really, really was. A senseless act. What else can you call it? You know. You have an awesome night, Sean. Thank you guys so much for coming. So much love to you and Marianne. You guys be well, and we'll talk to you really soon.
And can you explain me more on your DM, what you meant, please? I'm having a brain fog today. Sorry. Oh no, Steph, we didn't mean to make you feel even worse.
Oh. I'm sorry, sweetie.
Sorry, honey. Didn't mean to make you feel even worse. Hugs to you.
Sorry about that.
Make some nice tea and tuck under the warm blankets and just try to have some good rest tonight, honey. Melissa says, intruder broke into our house and stabbed my ex-husband 7 times. Wow, Melissa, that's crazy.
Oh my God. When did that, how long ago did that happen? That's awful.
Wow, that's really scary. Were you at home at the same time? Polly's saying take care to panic tea.
Wow.
Wow, that's really, really, really scary. Wow.
You know, we forget when we see all these stories in the news that it's an actual family connected to it and stuff like that. You know, we just see it like as a news story and the shock value, if you will, about the incident. But a lot of times we forget there are people connected to those actual families. And thanks for tonight, guys, again for this. It's nice just to kind of, I don't know. It was that time after everything happened. It was just nice to have a night to kind of relax with you guys and just talk with you a bit more. And don't worry, there will be more channel shoutouts to come, and there'll be more interview stuff to come. But it's nice.
Naturebound says you need to make your title more clickbaity for trolls. My fingers are getting restless. Don't worry, we're gonna be having shoutouts once a week when we get back to our schedule.
Yeah.
So you can warm up your fingers for that. You're so funny.
And we tried it once already. I think we're going to probably do it again. Oh, thank you very much, Angel, and welcome. I appreciate that.
And staff love always.
Yes.
Mwah.
Love you, sweetie. You be well, okay? We tried it once. We might do once a week shout out in the daytime because a lot of and it's true, a lot of our European followers have been asking for that.
Yeah.
Because what happened was there was when we started live streaming, there was one channel that was on from 3 to 5 and then another one from 5 to 8. So we said, you know what? We'll take 8 to 10. We're not on anybody's toes.
Yeah, when we were starting. March, yeah.
There's so many live streams on, it's hard to do that now. And secondly, we tried to do that to be peaceful, and then it seemed the other ones kept spreading into ours, so we just said to hell with it. Mm-hmm. But we'll be back around that time more, and it's going to be nice to get a routine as well for us with our kids, because it's hard. Our kids get home around 3. Our oldest son now gets home around closer to 4. So it's also to have that time with them as well before we go on. You know, it's a narrow window with them. So it's a balance. I mean, we have work through the day. We're not as involved right now with the photography stuff. It's calming down a bit. And this summer was not the usual summer we have because of having to go and take care of that house and all those things. But the European followers really kind of get left out in that whole mix because when we go on at like 8 o'clock at night Eastern time, I mean, it's 1 in the morning for them.
Well, poor people were staying till 3, 4, 5 o'clock at night just to be in the live stream. I mean, I appreciate the support.
I was honored, but
I really was starting to get concerned about their health because they still have to work next day, right? So they asked and we answered and we tried, and it looks like they liked it and they appreciated the support. So we're gonna do it once in a while, probably.
So it will come through, and then we'll have our Tuesday night tech talk, which is going to be a bit like here, a little more focused on the technology and stuff.
Yeah.
And the tech talk's great, guys, because it's a real co-op. Everybody's like shouting out answers how to do stuff. You know, someone will say, how do I edit on such a phone? Has anybody ever used this software? Nobody can use every software. So it's amazing when people are in here giving their 2 cents worth onto it. I absolutely love it. Because we don't have all the answers, but together we have a good chance of figuring them out.
Yeah.
And if we're not on and you can't find, and there's always going to be another channel doing something like that. If you can't find it, go to YouTube and say, how do I do this in Adobe Premiere? Or how do I edit, how do I use this effect in, I don't know, Vegas? You're going to get tons and tons of videos, step by step. You can pause them, rewind them. The Cheers video that we did where the iconic logo comes down, if you watch the original Cheers series, which I know Green Bay was actually binge watching, which I do once in a while, I love that show. It has that glow that goes around it and circles and follows through. It's supposed to look like a mirrored effect. There are effects that do that, but they're actually too new, and it didn't look right on it. And then I remember these guys that watch Cinecom.net, and they do Copycat Friday, where they take like a music video or a scene from a movie and reenact it using their equipment. And there was a Bruno Mars video, I think, where he had the white outlines around this, like he's sitting there and there's these white outlines come out like somebody's sketching around him. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that's it. I remember that video. I went back step by step, started playing with it. but I had to make it my own to look right. But I mean, I spent an hour pausing, rewinding, going back. I was missing something into it and be like, oh yeah, I forgot to do this setting. It's so lucky today to have YouTube. YouTube is the #2 search engine in the world. We lose fact of that because we just use it so often as YouTube, not realizing it is a search engine, mostly what we use it for. Right after Google. There's Google, and then there's a YouTube. My son had a wiper on his car. Younger guy, not trying to change everything. It was those ones with the C bracket. Wasn't trying to do it. He's standing in the parking lot at Canadian Tire, and all he does is just type in how to change it on a blah, blah, blah Malibu, and he's seen it step by step and had it done in no time.
And yes, Green Bay Wacky is adjusting, and I did see it first time you were saying too. Canva, exactly, for making thumbnails. By the way, well, I partly made it on Canvas. I still transferred it on Photoshop today, but Canvas already has a pre-made sizes for all your social media needs, right? So because every social media has a different size requirements, well, you can just go there and you can click on the YouTube thumbnail size or YouTube banner size, and it's going to be exactly what you need and create it there. You can upload your own pictures, use Pixabay, for example, if you need some kind of picture for free that is not available there. So easy, so user-friendly, and it's
does a phenomenal job.
Phenomenal results. Yeah, you don't have to use Photoshop or anything too complicated.
Yep.
I love Canva. Like, I can use Photoshop, obviously, but as a photographer, but I find, for example, for my social media posters, I almost always use Canva just because it saves time.
You're about 89% of it.
Yeah, like, why should I use Photoshop? Only because I know how to use it. If I can use Canva, it saves me time, right? So yeah, definitely canva.com. Check that out. They actually are releasing the 2.0 version with a new layout and some new features there as well. So
that's right.
Try that out.
Load it with images and backgrounds.
Yes, it is. And sometimes when I do still get short of them, you know, because there's only so many that are free, you can upload your own. You go on Pixabay, for example, and you can download your own picture or even illustration, you know, or icon that you want. And you can upload it and then use it as well. So we have a small tutorial in one of our Tuesday Tech Talk videos. If you go on our playlist, Tuesday Tech Talk, you can check that out. But definitely there are plenty of videos on that on YouTube as well. How to use Canva. So easy, so easy.
That is so cool.
Yes, Angel, thank you so much.
That is really cool, though. I love this.
Yeah, I love that. They have had it from the beginning. I've used it for years. Even when we had our Your Events Iceland, I was using this.
Yeah, it's true. Not everybody knows that. We actually had a business called Your Events Iceland. After we got married in Iceland, we started a business brokering weddings in Iceland.
Yeah.
It was fun, but it was just it was a hard time to get into it. We had just kind of missed that boat, and by then everybody wanted to go and do everything themselves pretty much, even though it was near impossible. But so yeah, check out canva.com. Awesome program. Makes things, you don't have to complicate your life, guys. It's real. I work in Photoshop because I'm like, if anybody does in Photoshop their thumbnails, ours are all made into one TIFF file. Literally every cinematic one is just one TIFF file with different layers just for symmetry. The live streams are all together. The rest of them are actually there's only two TIFFs.
Yeah.
One for cinematics and one's for everything else. But you can do the same thing in Canva in the same ID. You can save templates. It's just changing the backgrounds.
Exactly.
Don't make your life overly complicated. Don't sweat the little stuff. If you can make amazing looking thumbnails, you don't have to spend days and days and days learning a software. It's awesome. It really does a good job. Like Xenia said, I'd say probably 80% or more you make.
Well, yeah, because I use it plenty for editing my photography. So I rather use my time into that than doing for, you know, it's just easier. It's drag and drop. It's easier. It has everything there. No, don't need it. And it has an app as well. Unfortunately, it's not available offline. And I have tried again different other apps, and I haven't really found exactly like Canva. The big minus is that you can only use it when you're online on the app on Android. I wish they would have taken that off and have at least preloaded with something. because I haven't really found anything. If you have anything similar that you love on a phone, let me know.
Oh, that's awesome. This is breaking news.
Melissa, thank you so much, by the way. What is breaking news?
We have a new one tonight that we're up to 8.
Oh, I probably know
specials.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have 8 specials tonight that we're...
Welcome. Those +2, by the way. Welcome.
Yes. It's good to have you along for the ride.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Manu Fish, bonjour.
Bonjour, comment ça va, mon ami?
Bonjour. Comment ça va, mon ami?
Men are like small kids. It's unbelievable. Stop playing with those buttons.
Love you so much, Dave. You take care of yourself, and thanks for coming. It was awesome hanging out with you. You be well.
Hi.
We'll probably see you later in the live stream. Are you live streaming tonight, by the way? And this was nice. I miss this kind of more intimate, just sitting back and talking like this. This was really cool.
Yeah,
tonight.
I do too. Chadas has been very energetic, energetically filled. So this is good. Just hang out with you guys.
ASMR.
Can they hear this?
No.
Thanks God.
Yeah.
It's just dinging notifications, by the way, guys.
Maybe they did. I forgot to bring down the desktop audio.
I hope you didn't. This is so annoying. DJ Southpaw, thank you so much. And Joran, if you're still there, I really hope you can take a day off. I know it's been hard last 2 days, so you're probably not talking as much.
Yes.
But thinking about you, and please, if you can, take a day off and take care of yourself today, okay?
Putting up your jokes, we had a great time. I thought it was fun. I was really loving it. So
God, always good to hang out with you.
We've gotten to know each other more as we're in our summer mode and doing all this stuff. This is more of the feel I think that we had before, we can say, but with more people. It's been amazing.
Yeah.
I remember when we would be like going nuts and we had this many, it'd be like a crazy night. Now it's
I remember the first months probably we were sitting at 4 and 6.
I remember one time hitting 14 and thinking, oh my God, we're 6 from 20. This is crazy.
Yeah, I know. But it was so awesome because we used to sit in that company, of amazing friends and people for hours and hours on end and just chatting, like sitting in each other's living rooms, which was cool, and we hope that we can, in a way, transfer that feeling into bigger chats as well. Obviously, it's not going to feel exactly the same because we can't exactly read every sentence, although we try, but we hope at least the vibe of that feeling still stays in the chat as well.
And once the interviews start, I'm excited for a lot of you that's found us to see what it's like during the interviews and that. They really go quite well, I find. You find out so much amazing things about people, and it's like going to a show. Everybody's like lightly chatting in as well, and then there's still the odd person, I just got you, and that's fine. We're not there's no laws against or anything, and everybody's pretty respectful. They were doing that, plus like paying attention, asking questions. It's a real good time to meet people.
And yes, Nature Bound can hear it. Sounds like somebody hacking their computer. Well, hopefully not. As Andrew started this stream, somebody not hacked, but virused ours. So Andrew had to deal with that all evening. That was fun. Turns out your thumbnail doesn't make a difference.
That's right.
Look at that, we have effects.
We have effects. Let's get some slow panning going here. Let's see if this one. It's the always remember, it's the chat that makes the room. I love it. I gotta get more of an echo, so it sounds like we're in a big hallway. Well, it sounds like my thoughts talking to me. I feel that Xenia is looking at me. She's thinking about me. And I'm wondering what she's thinking about me. What is she thinking about me? What is she thinking about me?
Oh, Run Jams likes the echo. No,
That's
please.
good.
This is my favorite because I like this because I feel like I all my voices in my head telling me the same thing at the same time. They're saying rant jams, likes my audio effects. That was fun. Thank you. I appreciate anybody gives me an excuse to use this. So, hats off to you.
God. Oh my goodness. Thank you for.
And the home of the brand. Kill skill.
Unbelievable. And Ram Jams, you missed the most of it, by the way, because that's how we started the stream talking about it. So you gotta go back. We shared our tips and tricks. Yeah, no, that's what I said. They're soft too.
Yeah, I know.
Tips. And your wife was here earlier, by the way.
Yes, she was in to grace our presence. So it's awesome to have both of you. Cheers to you both.
Oh my goodness, no. Yeah. The gods and devils.
The gods and devils. I like that. Like heathens and halos and heathens.
Yep.
Gods and devils. I like that.
Yeah, I know it's crazy custom cards. At least I can take my headphones on off, but the only thing you can do is just turn the volume off completely. So, thank you for that, Andrew. Oh my goodness, this is just so annoying.
Well, I can't help it, hon.
Just disable it. Yeah, I think we're really looking for that Studio B in a very near future.
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions that we were talking about tonight? Anything follow up? Something we didn't explain properly? We talked about Canva. We talked about Photoshop. Once again, guys, because a lot of people ask me for software that's pretty pro series, but without breaking the bank, definitely look at DaVinci Resolve. That's made by Blackmagic. Blackmagic makes some of the best video cameras in the world. Linus Tech Tips had just bought a couple, and it cost them. Will you stop hitting that thing tonight? I swear to God. Yeah, I'm not happy. Knock it off.
It's in the way.
It's not in the way. Your arm's in the way. God, will you stop hitting that microphone? Watch your surroundings, woman. Watch your surroundings. This is us just getting along, folks. Oh my God Almighty!
So Linus Tech Tips is using.
Yeah, they use it. Their cameras for two of them cost about $250,000 US. They make the software DaVinci Resolve. It has most of the features. Their software is $1,000, but with just a couple of the features missing, you can get the thing for free, and it's really, really an awesome video editing software. About the same learning curve as Adobe Premiere for the most part, but very, very, very powerful. And I know there's other ones that they're free or like low price, but sometimes people do ask me, like they're looking for something that's like almost like professional series. Definitely look at DaVinci Resolve. I would like to get into it because I mean Adobe costs a lot of money, especially for the suite. It is not cheap, but I just didn't want another learning curve, or I'd probably been there by now.
Thank you, politician fucker.
Thanks for having my back, Paulie. you get the voice. There.
God.
We have all kinds. We got to get a symbol in here. We got to do all kinds of things. Yeah.
Maybe your winging it could consist of this, and then you can have your fans listening to this.
My fans are gone now, and summer's gone.
Oh my God! All About Tart says, "Hey, where are your little members?" Yeah, sleeping and snoring.
That's right.
Thank you.
They were bringing us coffee, and then they're out like a light. So.
Yeah, no, even the little one is bringing coffee. So fun. And when the people ask, "What is your mom and dad doing?" She says, "A live stream."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was nice. Yeah, that's.
Today was nice too. She does it all the time now. So we're live streamers now.
Oh.
when they ask at school.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Broken Wolf. I miss my 2 pet birds. So I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. doesn't matter whatever it is in life that you're connected to. It's hard when you don't have them with you. So
Alejandro says, I only pay for Premiere. It's a little tough to look at the bill every month.
it is.
Yeah.
It is. They really are milking it now. Like, I mean, most other software's caught on that, you know, if you don't do something, Google's going to come out with a version of it. But Adobe's holding on for dear life. And I mean, they should get a decent amount. They do put a lot into R&D, but I mean, there's getting something out of it, and then there's just like holding you hostage.
The only good thing about CC versions now, especially I know for photography, for example, is that they have constant updates now. Like it used to be once a year update. Now it's basically
the videos, they're all doing them.
a couple times a month and stuff, that part is good.
Yep.
But other than that, yeah, it's been getting pricey.
And if anybody, I just want to welcome Rail Fanner. Awesome to see you here. I love seeing more train guys come in. I'm begging for you. I love having you here. I just gave you a wrench as well. We are having more channel shout-out nights, so have no fear. I hope you guys will subscribe to us if you're new, because we have lots of great things coming. And also, if you haven't joined our Twitter yet, please do. We use it. You can get all the updates on what we're doing, when we're going on. Stay connected with you. We have our interviews coming back ASAP. We're adding new equipment, redoing set styles and stuff like that. So, you know, things are getting there. I think it's going to be a really great season. Oh, Patricia Sprinkles, what's going on?
Good to see you.
Oh, Michiganer, man, what's going on? Nice to see you. Awesome to see you. How's everything tonight? We get to see each other on a lot of channels. See, there's somebody else I just met, like, you know, probably a month ago. I think I met you just before we left on vacation the second time. And,
no, there's no problem with that, Ran Gems.
We're more than happy.
We have always said that it is as much as it is for you guys, it is for us as well. We never hide that. So
we always say we're 20%, the chat's 80%. We built a house, they make it a home. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
We're all in together. Everybody has wrenches. Everybody's equals.
And there's no shame of wanting to grow the channel, even if it's ours, right? Because that's what everybody wants here. Why to hide it?
That's right. I'm proud of it. We all work in it together, and I'm proud to have all awesome people like you guys.
Mr. Dachi Dach, hello.
Oh, Michael Freyer.
Michael Freyer. I just posted a link to a B-roll SmackDown challenge playlist. So definitely, guys, Michael Freyer in the house. He launched his B-roll SmackDown challenge today. 4 videos with 5 awesome creators in each of them. You can go over and check out the submissions for the B-roll SmackDown and vote for 1 creator in each video. Amazing creators, amazing footage, really amazing. Love it. It's also featured on our homepage as a first featured playlist. Check that out, and also you can obviously see it on Michael Freyer's channel as well. So check that out and vote for your favorites.
Where did you go, Mike? Where did you run off to, Mike? Oh, there he is. Okay, perfect.
Ranjams, we have been talking about this all night. We are not really hiding anything.
Nope.
So we talked about that, and that's what it is. So, yes, awesome, really awesome entries. Have a hard time deciding.
Jamming today about music.
Are you jamming today?
Actually, I want to get into it. I was setting up, that's the point, another part of the mixing board. I want to start playing again, and I want to do it through here because the amp is just too big to set up. So I want to run my guitar through here. I want to get set up with GarageBand, start practicing again, and miking it through. I'm really looking forward to it. I owe that to Green Bay. Green Bay and you, of course, because you've always been telling me to, to get back into it. So I'm excited.
And Sheila always says that we can do it.
June goal.
June, yeah.
Yeah, guys, it's awesome. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing again. There's my. Do you want to put up the link for Michael's channel, or did you already?
Yes. I love all the support and make it last. Leave a comment to watch a video. That's right. That's right. We have to do that for sure. That's why we always suggest to create a playlist where you guys can drop the videos of the channels that you supported, so you can go back and check some of them as well. So definitely. And now if you can go and check out Michael Freyer's channel, where you can see all the listings of B-Roll SmackDown as well. And the best hour of my day every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern.
Musical collaboration with Rant Jams, I would probably like to play at some point. I want to feel more comfortable playing again. And also, too, I take a medication that's a byproduct that sometimes causes arthritis in my hands. That's why I haven't played much in the last 2 years. So I have to see how the progress is going to come and if I'll be able to play much.
Yeah,
so.
but it would be cool, though.
Yeah,
why not?
I would love to play again. I miss it. Anybody who doesn't know about it, I've been with music most of my life. I played in bands. I was mostly a drummer. I started off as a guitarist and then decided to... I decided, because we had 80 guitar players, 2 bass players, and no drummers, to finally just give in and, become the drummer. So, and I love drums. I really do. And I would love to get an electric drum set, because they're so much more practical this day and age. But I worked for Pearl Drums. I have a 7-year career with Jam Industries, one of the biggest music companies in the world. I promoted 21 High Brand. That's why I treat my channel the way it is. I mean, Xenia and I, like we were saying earlier tonight, I mean, we do have a pretty extensive background compared to a lot of other people. We've had, Xenia is a master's in psychology and photographer. She's represented Quebec 2 years ago for National Geographic for Canada. Myself, I worked for this music company. Here's some of the people that I worked with. Some of you have seen these pictures already, probably. It feels like a million years ago now. It's hard to believe that much time has passed.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. There's the TV show Degrassi Next Generation. I was a product advisor on there for 5 years. I did all the musical equipment that came through. I worked with Drake back when he was famous just for being on Degrassi before he became a world sensation. Paul Stanley. We were joking that day that we had to take 2 pictures with him because it kind of looked like a wax figure. You know.
Is that Slash?
Yeah, that was Slash. Yep. And then the next one is Ryan. Oh my God Almighty! What's his name? Colin Mockery from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
And then Paul Stanley from Kiss. This is my cousin I brought backstage with me to his very first concert. He grew up in a small town like me, so this was with Dave Mustaine of Megadeth, the original guitarist for Metallica, and really awesome guy. And my cousin did pretty well for his first concert, a lot better than I did. This is Kerry King of Slayer. This was on the set of Degrassi, where Drake got his start. This is, like I say, the product advisor that time. From Kevin from Kids in the Hall, and more from Kids in the Hall. You probably remember his show years ago. He had that called News Radio. More Kids in the Hall. This is me with Michael Anthony from Van Halen. He was the first real big, first big star I really got to meet.
Are you a party animal, Rent?
Well, actually, you know, you joke about it, but it was kind of hard there because we were the biggest private distributor in Canada and one of the biggest music companies in the world. We had almost, at that time, we were at 285,000 square feet. Then we jumped to 400,000. We did everything from Sirius Radio, Blow Punk, JBL, Home Audio, Pro Audio. We had huge divisions. I did the established music lines. This is my son with the drummer from Nickelback. A lot of these guys I drove around a lot in cars. You know, I took them. What happened a lot was here's what I did in a nutshell. Once those products crossed the 49th parallel. We were the company, so we were Pearl Canada, Digitech Canada, Cord Canada, so on and so forth. And my job was all artist relations, semi-artist relations, I should say, not all. I did all the marketing, advertising. I came up with all the campaigns. I designed and a part of it too is when these guys came to town, I would say Zach Wilde from Aussie or Black Label Society was doing Montreal, Calgary, Vancouver. I would set it up with our Marshall dealers, for instance, that, you know, go in for signings, have draws, and then take them to backstage at night and stuff like that. So this is my sister with the drummer from In Excess. Gary Sharon, the singer of oh my God, I'm so used to saying now for Van Halen for that one album, but oh my God almighty, Extreme, good God, everybody knows that song, More Than Words. Well, that's him. That was their first time together in 10 years. That was at the Hard Rock Cafe in Disneyland, and that's the guitarist Nuno Betancourt, one of my favorite guitarists of all time. The guy's a monster on guitar. You wouldn't think it from that acoustic song, but he's really amazing.
Ran Jams likes Kids in a Hole, and he likes his stream too. Super cool. You've had a legit career. Much respect from Ran Jams.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That was an awesome time. I had to go back to school at 26. I had a 1.5-year-old son. I worked forestry. We were talking about a while ago. I took a wood allergy. I grew up in a rural area. I drove truck. I went to college. I failed at it miserably because I didn't want to be there. I drove truck because my father didn't want me to. I did long haul Canada, U.S. Came off the road so I could be closer to my son. We're working forestry. And I developed an allergy to spruce so bad at the end that I had barely any skin left from my head to my feet. If anybody's ever had, not to be gross, but bad athlete's feet, that was literally from my head. All my joints, I had 6-inch cuts going all over my arms, my wrist, my fingers, my legs, and I was working in 40 degrees Celsius heat. Chainsaw pants on that were 12-ply shirt. I was vomiting. I couldn't sleep at night. I was walking in the rain just in my underwear, literally just to try to have any mercy. And usually in those jobs, I mean, I always work kind of those big manly jobs, so, you know, and there's not always tons of compassion. But the state I was into, even the most guys like that, as well as I would usually be, were very, very compassionate. So finally I got the go-ahead to go back to school through unemployment, and I took multimedia integration. And when I graduated, I'm so excited. I'm making my whole new career. I've put my whole family on hold. I've rolled the dice. And I'm out handing out resumes. I kid you not. I've never told anybody this on here before. The best way to see everything is to just get out and pound the pavement. So I left my vehicle at home, which was getting old. I'm walking through the aeronautical industry handing out resumes because now I web design, Flash was still new at the time. I just learned it. I had the second highest marks in the whole school. And I'm getting to all these aeronautical places. I went to Air Canada, I went to Bombardier, I went to Rolls-Royce, and nobody would talk to me. And it was all this weird element in the air, and there was security standing in front of buildings, and I didn't know what was going on. 4 hours later, after walking in all that heat in a suit, I go for a bottle of water at this bowling alley. It was the only thing around there. And I find out that's, you'll never guess what day it was. It was September 11th. And I'm sitting there in all these aeronautical places trying to get a job. And yeah, it was a weird state of events. So as tragic as all that was, on top of it right now, I'm ruined because everything with web basically crashed overnight. And I have this son that I got to take care of. I have this new degree and basically no prospects. And I finally kind of snapped a bit at this woman at the school who was a lovely woman. And I just finally, you know, everybody has their day. And she said, I think there's one place that just called that I know of. They've hired once here before and they're pretty good. And lo and behold, the name was Jam Industries. I had no idea what they did and went in and found out they're a music company. I hadn't been playing much by then. I'd given up when my son came around. And yeah, got in. I started off graphic design and I worked my ass off. And within, I think it was the first 9 months, I was promoted.
Well, let me tell my favorite story. You hired yourself, basically.
Well, I had no other choice. Later on, we joked. He said that was the first time that ever happened, because he was showing me around. He goes, and I'm like, okay, so this is where I'll be working. He's like, well, yes, if we do decide to. And they go, so, oh, good, so I can get my lunch here because we had a cafeteria.
I love this story.
And I just kept pushing it. I had no other choice. I had to jump into action. I had no other choice. I was up against the gun. I was terrified that I was going to fail at it, and it worked out well. It was good to me, except my first wife started working there a couple of years later, so when we ended, it was just too much turmoil. But I don't regret it. I think I'm glad I'm not there anymore, because I think I got everything I needed from it, and it was starting to become stale. But I got to meet a lot of people that were on my wall growing up. I got to work with, and I mean, I'll never forget it. I sat and had drinks one night with a guy for 2 hours, kind of a pudgy guy, long hair, and we talked about it. He said he was in a band and talked about mowing the lawn and kids, and it ended up it was the guitarist Eric Peterson from Testament, who was at the time, years ago, supposed to be bigger than Metallica, and they were my favorite. And it was so cool to have those moments. Some of you might know Steve Vai. I've met him briefly, but I one night got into an elevator and got to have a big chat with Joe Citriani, because he was doing a pedal for Vox at the time. So yeah, oh yeah, these pictures I'm through. This is really cool. I don't know if many of you guys, this is a bit more of an underband, but there's a band from the 80s called, they're still around, called Overkill, and they were that punk metal scene from New York. And they have a song called Hello from the Gutter. And this was taken in Montreal at the MTL Metal Fest, which has become this huge metal festival. This was the first year, and we were sponsors. And I actually got to meet Bobby Blitz, and their song Hello from the Gutter is the very first song that I ever taught myself to play on guitar when I was 12. And we had all the Washburn stuff set up, and I plugged in the guitar, and he sang like the first verse of it. And I remembered most of it. I kind of fumbled a little bit. And I had my 10-year-old son with me at the time, and probably one of the greatest moments of my life was just having my son there and getting to play it with I grew up in this rural area. Literally my town had like 400 or 500 people into it, and I made my fingers bleed learning this song because I loved it so much. I picked kind of a hard song for my first one. I mean, not over the top, but it was hard enough for first one to learn by yourself by ear. So that was really cool. You know, I'll always remember that, how kind, and just to sit down and we hung around for a good half hour, 40 minutes, and to have my son there was just the icing on the cake. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is anybody who knows Randy Rhoads from Aussie, who got killed in a plane crash. This is his sister when they were doing the reissue of the famous white Marshall stacks. Nikki Sticks. We just passed each other, basically. It wasn't like a big meeting. At that same metal show, I got to meet Tommy Lee from Motley Crue, but we weren't allowed any photography. Another 80s guy, George Lynch, Lynch Mob, and before that, Dokken, big band of the 80s. Joey Allen, the guitar player for Warrant. Anybody remembers them, of course, Cherry Pie, and the drummer. This is me on stage with Anthrax. That was fun. That's at that MTL Heavy Metal Fest. That was really cool. He's a riot. Scott Ian is an awesome guy. Another TV show I worked with. There's my son there. That was the day that he got to sit with me while we were. I can't believe now he's going to be 20. He's going to be 21 coming up and living his own. It's still just. These were our bodyguards. We had around, not bodyguards, but set guards, I guess we'll call them, for all the music equipment and that. Like 6'9" and 7 feet. And this is my favorite one of all. This is my son with Jim Marshall, who created Marshall amplifiers. This is the father of Loud, the one and only. He's passed on. We spent a lot of time together, him and I. He loved scotch and single malt scotch and cigars, and everybody I worked with didn't like smoking. So him and I got to spend a lot of time together. Pardon me. And he signed we bought my son a mini stack. There were like two 12-inch cabinets with a 6-inch head. and it's signed in gold Sharpie by Jim Marshall. And he was an awesome man with great stories. You'd sit down and he would tell you about the first time he built the stack, with doing it with Peter Townsend, and about when he met Jimi Hendrix and all these things for the first time. And he is an awesome guy. Lots of great stories. Not many people know this, but he had a bone disease where your bones are like chalk, and he was in the hospital for 5 years. And when he got out, they just put him in the same grade as his age, but he didn't have the education for it. So he left and started a milk run. And with the milk run, because he was never a guitar player, he made the most famous amp of all time, and wasn't a guitar player, he was actually a drummer. And he bought a set of drums and played big band at nights in the clubs, the jazz, the swinging style. And then after that, he used that money to open up a small music shop. And then that's when he got playing with the amps. And they asked for this amp and built it. And he said, but your roadies will never carry that for you. And they said, well, the roadies will carry what I tell them to. And then, of course, came back 2 months later and said, yeah, you're right. So that's when they cut it in half. And that, my friends, is the birth of the Marshall stack. So, yeah, that's it. And just some other stuff that was on stage with Warrant. This was a team I worked with from around the world to bring back a guitar series called Hagström. It was originally in Sweden. We worked together for 2 years to bring it back. Yep. I guess that's that. Sorry, I get down memory lane when I look at these things. Sorry about that, guys. Hope you guys didn't mind too much.
21090 said that Andy's missing all the fun. He's gonna be jealous knowing that you in the morning when he tells him that you were showing all this. Yeah, you have met some very cool people. Yeah, this is I love one of the you know, when we just were hanging out, we used to stay up all night, and Andrew would tell me all these stories and watch videos, and one video led to another, and so many background stories and facts, you know, that you can't even read, you know, online, because they're backstage stories and things like that. So it always was interesting to listen to hear all that, and extensive music knowledge and history and things like that. So I'm always excited for that, and I'm glad you're sharing with us that passion as well. So.
And thank you, guys. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, everybody, for all kind words. It's fun. I mean, that's why, like, it's... so I do have a heavy background in marketing. I mean, that's what... what do you think of video from old photo archives? It can be cool. I mean, just there's lots of things you can do to make it. I really love, but it's a lot of work, and it's not. I love parallax photos, and I think that's something that's really cool to do with them. Really kind of gives them a bit more of a depth, you know. It's I'll show you an example because it's hard to explain. You've seen them before. You'll know what I mean. They call it 2.5D as well, but parallax photo. Let's see. I just want to see if there's a video examples. I don't want to. Here. Let's see, maybe they'll show it, because some of them are mostly tutorials. I don't know. See how this is going right here? What they've done is they've actually, like, a lot of times they'll cut out this background. They'll go around and they'll edge it all out and make it into layers, and then you animate it. I've used it before, and I really, really love it, and I find it adds so much more depth to a picture, but it is a lot more work. But you don't need as many pictures. You don't want to do this fast. You want to slide it in very carefully. And you can see the depth into it. See how much more, like, this part is cut out, and then you just pan your shot in. You make it about 10% wider and slowly zoom it in, and you add a different depth to your. Both are working at a different scale. You can find tutorials. It's called Parallax.
Yeah, you can also find there are extensions and presets for Photoshop if you would like to use it in Photoshop instead of After Effects.
That's true.
And there's also, I think, 2 or 3 standalone softwares. One of them is available online without the download that you can use as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
Don't overdo it with it and keep your motions very slow. Here's a great shot. Here's a great shot of it. Mm-hmm. Now you see this, they're just still images, and they've cut it around and then brought back in with clone and stamp, and there's a replace background tool in Photoshop, for instance. Did this shot over without him, cut it, and it's basically in 2 layers. So him and most likely the bush here is in 1 layer, and then the rest of it's all in another. And then it's just playing with the timing and adding some depth to it. I'll show it again. And you'll really see that effect. It's very cool. History Channel was using that a lot with old photos, but then they started overdoing it. But you see that? It's done with the right shots. It's truly epic. See, there's some really great examples here of it. This is from Spoon Graphics, and it's really, really awesome. See here again, he's cut out the background, and then you have the sky behind, and then you just overlap them a little bit and just play with it. And that's easy because most cameras are shooting at such high resolutions, and even old photos, you can just scan them in at a higher DPI and then reduce them a little bit. Chop them up. Let's see.
Melissa, good night. Thanks for amazing night. She
Yes.
says, thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
Budget, you are always a winner.
Most definitely. This is actually, this is from our old business. We've never taken it down.
Oh, this is like a couple of years old though.
Yeah.
Still loud.
Yeah, sorry. I'm going to bring it down a little. And you'll see at the end I did use that effect. It's just a short commercial we made. And this is just made out of photos. So, you see, this is just playing around in the same idea, working in layers, but at the end you'll see that actual effect in motion. I did it with the girl. That one was hard too because there was a lot of layers into it.
Yeah, and back then there wasn't any presets or
that was After
softwares.
Effects.
Exactly, yeah.
And it took about a day and a half to get it right.
Yeah.
I gotta take this video and put it on our new one, just to have it throwback.
I guess.
Why not?
Well.
I haven't seen this in a long time. I had this song so ingrained in my head by the time I was done this thing.
Yeah, I know. I haven't seen it too. Yeah, just a slight motion there. That's, by the way, is our old company. We.
Sorry, I was just because I know it comes in fast.
Business with Iceland. Yeah, something close to urine.
Yeah, that's right. So the head was one part, the body was another, the water was one part, the ground, and then the sky. They're all separate elements. And when you do it in After Effects, you can actually turn it and see it like a camera. They're flat. Mm-hmm. But you can see the spacing between them. And you play with your spacing, play with your speeds, and then you start to bring back some beveling and that to give them more human features. Yeah, I haven't seen that one in a long time.
Yeah, you know, it's amazing how long it has developed, you know?
Yeah.
Like you would think like a couple years ago, you had to do everything basically manually to do that video at the end there, that effect. And now, you know, there's things available that makes it so much faster that you can just click, click, click.
The evolution, and then once again, guys, take advantage of what you have today. I started learning this in 2000. I took the second course that was ever offered in Flash. Like, Flash was this new thing.
Yeah.
Like, people who weren't, I worked in, it was, I forget the name of the company that made Flash, no, Macromedia. I worked in Macromedia Director more, which was made for making interactive CD-ROMs. That's how long ago it was. So, like, I've had a history in this stuff going back to, like, the late 90s. And I'm still learning all the time. And use YouTube. I would have given my arms and legs to have YouTube back then to be able to go see these, like, examples. Watch what people are doing. There's so many. And you can pause and fast forward and rewind and do it 1,000 times if you have to. And nobody knows. You don't have to be ashamed that you're doing it. And I'll be the first one to say I do it a lot. Don't copy people, but use those to make it your own. I'm going to give you guys a link for a channel here that I haven't used in this summer, but I've used before. And these guys are amazing. Wow, they're growing.
And Joran, I know it's not so close. I just anything in Europe for me is like, oh, because I'm not there anymore. That's why. Don't get me wrong. I love Canada, but that's why. So no, I know it's not exactly there. Oh.
I just put up the link for these guys. This is where I go a lot of times for ideas. These are the ones I was saying a while ago that have their series called Copycat Friday, where they take a piece of a music video or a movie, a famous scene, and they redo it using like, well, I mean, still using Photoshop and that, but like they're not working on an Avid machine with a team of 500, and give you ideas, and you don't have to do that. You can just take little bits and pieces from stuff sometimes. You'll be surprised. How easy sometimes it is to create the illusion of something, because it is a bit, photography, videography especially, is a bit like a magician. A lot of times you're creating the illusion of something to somebody so they can feel it, even though it's not quite there.
Jesse loves that channel too.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, they're really cool. They're growing like crazy. I can't believe how much they've grown.
By the way, Jesse's still climbing back up to their 1,000.
Oh, I know. That was awful.
That was awful.
Yes.
Yes, Joran, I know.
What happened to all their videos? They took a bunch down, I think.
Maybe I listed them. I'm not sure.
Maybe. I don't know why. Okay, they're finally doing good, because I was going to say they have so much content. I don't believe in unlisting video unless you have something that you're truly ashamed of or was horrible. Be proud of your work. Keep getting better at it. And this is actually where I go with the video I was talking about, where I got the scribble effect. I think they'll show it in a second. And to do the Cheers video that we did. Yeah, see here? Oh, Kendrick Lamar video. That's what it was from. So yeah, they take like shots like that out of a video. Oh yeah, they're mannequin. And they show you how to do it step by step. They walk you through it, not just the software, but like how they did the set. There's some really good points in here. There's so keep watching stuff like that. You can really learn a lot. You can really grow your craft by it.
Whose channel we're reviewing? We're not reviewing. We're just talking about different tips of video. You missed Andrew was again showing his pictures of the band, and people were enjoying some stories, but just showing our inspiration places, so to say. Rain is asking, have you ever tried Chips Ahoy and Oreo ice cream by Breyers?
No, but it sounds
but I'm
good.
sure the Susie channel has. So go over and check that out.
That's true. That is true.
Budget Outdoor says that they are at 80% watch time from their subs. Is that a good thing? Yes.
80%? That's incredible.
That is incredible. 10
is good, and 20 you're really in the sweet spot.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Like, you're killing it.
Yep. And then some. So, that's awesome.
That's great. Good to hear that.
Mm-hmm. That's really, really, really well done. You should be very proud of that. So, I saw all of that. Just missed the last few minutes.
Alejandro just put the link for After Effect tutorials that he really likes. So guys, check that out. And there's a lot of pages that also offer free templates for lots of things that you can just kind of customize to your own needs, and that makes it easier too if you don't want to go into all the technicalities of building.
Most definitely.
Some stuff like intros, outros, and all that. It's just make sure that you can use it. But other than that, it's a lot of things there that you can use. Just gotta go out there and look for it.
And share with each other and get ideas from each other. That's what it's all about, guys. Ask stuff. There's people that have answers that you don't even have to go digging for. And if you do, they're quite easy to find. YouTube is It's not just a platform for us to show our work. It's also a great place to mingle with other people, get ideas, get inspired. Oh, wow, LOL. Okay, thank you. Honestly, didn't know. Budget outdoors.
Well, you guys are killing it there.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
Yes, exactly. That's amazing. You're doing that. You're really doing something fantastic.
Yeah.
All hats off to you on that. So keep it up. That's awesome. Good morning from Saigon, Vietnam. Oh, hey, how are you? Welcome back. Awesome. Hope you had a good sleep, and welcome to your day. We're just about to head off. We've been on now for 3 hours. I think it's our time.
I think so.
But have no fear. We'll be back soon. I think we'll do like we always do. We'll look and see if there's a channel on and recommend one to you guys. You do not have to go anywhere you do not want to go. I cannot stress enough. Nobody's keeping numbers. Nobody's keeping tabs. Just a little way of just thinking of passing it on to other people. It's always good to do that. Right foot forward. Let's see who we got up here. And maybe here or here.
Sorry, where?
Here.
Yeah.
Do you hear? Or yeah, something.
Yeah.
We've never done here, I don't think.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, or there. I don't know. Just pick random.
Yeah. Okay.
Close your eyes and pick.
Follow your heart. Let's see. All right. So, guys, we have a channel pick. Thank you so much for tonight. I know it was a little more chill than what we've been doing lately, but I thank you guys so much. It was great getting to know you guys a bit better. Some of the new ones. Great to reconnect with some of you that we've known for a while. And is it 4 hours? Well, we went on at 8:30.
Yeah.
Well, we started at 8, so 3.5. Yeah, but we only went on at 8:30, but we started the videos. Yeah, that's true though. Yeah, so we're getting close. So here's the link, guys. I'm going to give you the hashtag if you can post it. If you want to go, please understand that nobody's taking tabs. Nobody's. Oh. You can talk, hon. Oh, this is not dead air.
So, as we always say, we're here for the community, first for our, networking idea.
Yeah.
And promotion idea.
Yeah.
Is not only subscribers. It's not only views. It's also supporting each other in live streams. And as part of showing you different channels and introducing you to different categories of channels, we're always trying to send you to a live stream after hours to give some love with hashtag frompusawithlove.
Oh yeah, sorry, I put the wrong one. Oh my god, I hate hashtags.
So if you go over, type in the chat, hashtag frompusawithlove, and show some love, hang around a bit and get to know some people. If you want to, of course. If you have somewhere else to go, that's more than fine. It's just a suggestion.
And thank you so much for spending some of your time with us tonight. It was really appreciated. It was really nice, like I say, to kind of just chill out with you guys and hang around and that. So there's the hashtag. There's the link. You're welcome to join if you like. And if you don't, I hope you have a really amazing night. And wish you nothing but the best. I truly mean that. Yeah, I am. I'm sorry about that. I feel so bad. You just waking up and joining us, and we're about to take off. But you're welcome to come over to this link, and if you want to come. And the hashtag we're going over every night when we enter a stream. We try to pass it on to somebody else, and that's what it's about, is giving to each other. So it's just another little thing we're trying to do instead of just like a quick raid. Maybe you'll find a new channel that you like, and maybe some new people that you like.
And remember, the people that make a different category channel might be interested in yours as well.
Yeah.
Doctors don't hang around just with doctors, and bankers don't hang around just with bankers.
Yeah.
We all have our hobbies and interests, sometimes guilty pleasures, and who knows, maybe your channel is their guilty pleasure.
That's right. Or you'll be the next one that has a stream and we'll pass it on to. We just go and look and see who's on that we have subscribed to, and you never know when. So thank you guys so much. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic night. It was awesome hanging around with you guys. Lots of love to you. Cheers and keep creating. Thanks again.
See you soon.
Have a good night.